Just label
Welcome
artist.
to the Sice Room. Jesus Christ, brother.
No, I was just saying, just put it artist relationship.
Welcome to the Sice Room with DMV culture, hip hop, and politics collide. I'm your host, Trey 5, and tonight we're discussing a whole bunch of stuff, man. Jay-Z, a viral situation with a mom and parenting. We're discussing Lord Boosie and his lawsuit issues, and we're also going to talk about the WearHouse Live fashion show that we having this Saturday. So appreciate everybody for tapping in each and every Tuesday. You know, I got the greatest panel, greatest host, and greatest chat in the world. We are starting to show up a little different tonight. So afterwards, we're going to see what the panelists got to say. All right, we starting off fresh with the panelists. We was already kicking it up before the show started. Let's get it continued before we get into our topics.
Yeah, I wanted to continue talking with Big on I want to ask you a question, Big. If you did something for me, right? And I owe you some money. Right? And I'm in debt to you for this specific thing. But you get you hit the lottery. You hit the lottery for $11 million. $11 million straight up. I owe you $50,000. Am I now not in debt with you? Are you just gonna be like, man, you my man? I just got 11 mil. Fuck it, fuck that 50,000. Let's go party. What are you? Am I still in debt to you with that $50,000?
Any man that got $11 million and he hounding his man about 50,000 is not a man to me.
But are you hounding him, or
I don't want it?
What he
I don't want it.
Yeah, you ain't really taking the L if that's your situation, though.
I'm not doing it.
You ain't missing it. It's like you gave it a good chance. It ain't work out. It's cool beans.
Because I don't know how everybody else was brought up or how everybody else grew up, but I used to be outside. So it'd be plenty times people can't pay their debts. Niggas might come through with a TV, a PlayStation 5.
Something.
You know what I'm saying? So as long as you wiping your face, you clean your face, you good.
I see if I bought you that ticket though. Now that wasn't the thing. You played the ticket on your own. Now, if I bought you the ticket and be like, bruh, you know, I was playing the lottery and shit, man, I got some extra tickets. Here you go.
I ain't gonna hold you.
And you hit that motherfucker. Now, if that happened to me, I'd be like, bruh, forget that 50K. But you got it from an unrelated source on you playing that shit. He did not give you the debt as a man, bruh, and I'm from the streets as well. As a man supposed to pay his debts. Not supposed to.
But Dutch. We're not saying that that's not the case. We're not even saying that they're not supposed to. But you made a specific, you created a specific scenario.
Yeah.
So if somebody got 11 M's and they get 50,000, you're not really tripping off that.
No. It's not the principle, bruh.
I get you. I'm with you. That's what I'm saying. But in that specific situation.
If I won $11 million on my own volition, but you owe me $50,000, now I'm not going to be hitting you up every day. I'm not going to be.
I ain't gonna hold you. The better question.
You still owe me, bro.
The better question.
I feel you.
I
feel where you're coming from. No, he got a point.
No, he got a point. But honestly, I feel like the better question would have been, if the man came up 11 million, would you still pay him his 50? Would you try to pay him his 50? That's how I'm gonna look at you as a man. That's how I come up. If you want to come hit my hand, and I came up 11 M's, I'm gonna tell you keep it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're a man. You know what I'm saying? But if I come up 11 M's, I'm not looking at no man for no 50,000 either. But if you want to hit my hand, I'm gonna respect that. And if you owe me 50 and you don't, and I come up 11 M's, I ain't saying you could get another 50 from me either. I'm just saying I'm not looking for 50 if I'm up 11M. That's just greedy to me.
Nah, I'm looking for principle at the end of the day. The thing is, I may not even accept it, but if I see that this man is willing to pay me my money even after I got 11 mil, I'll probably be like, bruh, you keep that, but I appreciate what you the mindset
The gesture, the
had,
gesture.
yeah, the gesture and the loyalty to your debt. And guess what? What may happen? I might just bring you along with me just because of that, because I know I can trust you.
Yeah, we saying the same thing, basically. We saying the same thing.
All right, let's get it.
Different ways.
So that's what I'm saying about the artist. The thing is, I don't think I was a shitty CEO, but what I can admit to was I did start off with that family shit, which I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have started off with that family shit or that deep into it, because when I learned and I started off with that before I learned the business. And then once I learned the business,
What is this family shit you talking about?
you know, Birdman, that's my son, and Jeezy, Gucci with Pooh Shiesty, that's my little brother, and all of that shit. But Clive Davis ain't never called nobody his fucking son.
So look, all right, boom. Me and Trey 5, right?
Right.
We come together. He an artist. I'm gonna start my independent label. Our deal right here. Look, I ain't got 30,000 to give you as an advance, but this how we gonna bust this contract down.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna record you. This is gonna be your rate for your recording. I'm gonna go 50 an hour. Keep the math simple. We're gonna go 50 an hour.
That was actually my
your actual rate.
Yeah.
All right, so boom, we going 50 an hour. I know you're not about a woody whoop, but we gonna bust down your revenue streams from the United Masters. We're gonna bust down the YouTube streams, the video streams, and we gonna cut these expenses of your music videos, your photo shoots. Matter of fact, ain't no expense. I'm gonna just charge you 300 for the videos because I own all the equipment. I got all the cameras. I got everything.
Right.
Everything in house is an in-house label.
Right.
And when your revenue come in, so you could put some money in your pocket, I put some money in my pocket. We bust it down the middle. Is that a good deal?
Nah, because anything, I don't want any revenue. I don't want any revenue being split before you pay back your shit.
It's that's not like a brotherhood, not no business. You want
man, it's a business, because you and that has to be clarified. Even if I did call you my little brother, all of the niggas I call my little brother, I still went over the contract with them extensively and told them niggas to get fucking lawyers. Birdman used his Cash Money lawyers. You don't do that. That's fucked up.
All right, so let me ask you this. I want to ask both of y'all. I can't see her name. Pink the goddess. All right, so y'all said that's like a brotherhood, right?
Yeah.
So, all right. So for Dutch, right? I ain't trying to get too much in your business because that's not my business, but I'm just asking. Where did you gain your working capital to outside of studio time to build their artistry, their image, and all these type of things? How was their clothes being paid for? How was music videos and things being purchased? Where was the revenue stream coming in to keep reinvesting outside of studio time?
I was actually the audio engineer. I had to learn that. I learned a lot of shit. I'm Dutch the creator. That's I created. Look, in the last 15 years, I acquired and learned a lot of trades, right? So when I realized that it takes about $2,000 an artist each fucking night to go to the studio, I said, I'll build my own studio. I learned Pro Tools. I learned it all. And I started from scratch. I actually learned how to edit videos.
That nigga sold keys in the 80s, Tizzy.
Hey, bruh, I did it all. And for like the studio equipment and everything, I paid for it through my job. You know what I'm saying? Like I was
heavy on the job.
I'll be there 20 years next month. You know what I'm saying? Like I literally put, and I had a family. I had girls. I had a wife. Dude, I was off 2 nights a week, studio time both nights, putting my family on the back burner. So it was a lot going into this from my pockets. You see what I'm saying? So that's where the capital came from.
But I think that's how a lot of like record labels start.
Right.
Not a
Especially like
lot.
Black entrepreneurs.
Yeah, most of them, or they
Yeah.
just holler at the drug man around the
Yeah,
neighborhood.
like it'd be a little
I ain't
mix of
had no
everything.
kingpin to fund my shit, but I
Yeah.
probably would have took him up on this offer because that shit. Look, I'm gonna tell you this: from 2010 to about 2022, I spent, I think, over $1 million. I think over $1 million, and I'm talking about like straight up the value of studio time, the value of my time, and all of this shit, and my money. My money. I think I spent. Now I might be over exaggerating. It might be 600,000. I don't know, but I think it's $1 million.
Nah, I
think
feel that. I
$1
feel that.
million into that brand.
I feel that. I don't know. Like I open my studio, it costs me 30,000 just to get everything rolling, everything. You know what I'm saying? So my 8 Trey 5 was in there when I first got the building. 2 weeks after, you know what I'm saying? They shot a whole cipher in there,
That's
and
what's
we
up.
coming there now. You know what I'm saying? But I mean,
That's
I
what's up.
feel that.
I
I
respect
feel
the
that.
hustle, my man.
That's
Believe,
what it is.
and guess what? I didn't have a building. I did this shit in my house. Like I had to literally, and that's why I add my rent and all of that shit in this shit, because I when I got apartments or whatever, I got extra room, 1 extra room just for the studio. My kids ain't sleeping there. I ain't sleeping there. I did this shit for this brand. You see what I'm saying? So I never got to the opportunity to even get a building. I wish I had a fucking building.
I'm gonna just say, be careful what you wish for.
Nah, because I'm a businessman now, and I
Yeah,
know
headache
the
sometimes.
business. Young. Like, if I was to start a record label today, I would be like any unknown record CEO that you know, Clive Davis. I wouldn't meet with the artist. I wouldn't even talk to him like that. Yeah. I
That makes
wouldn't make
sense.
no fam shit. I wouldn't, you my little brother and all that, man. Fuck that. It's a contract. Are you with it or are you not with it?
Okay.
That makes sense.
See, I pretty much pieced that up, huh?
Yeah.
Let's get it. I like that topic, guy.
All right.
Yeah, me too.
What's that? Y'all slice it up all bucks.
Man, what's up, Mark? Where Mark
We
is at?
damn
What
near-
the fuck? Marcus ain't say shit. It's strange.
Yeah, everybody on mute. I don't know what's going on.
Nah,
No,
what's
I was
up,
letting
y'all?
them talk and get their shit on.
I was letting y'all hold the floor. Dutch, what's up, man?
What's up with you?
Chilling. Dutch, what's up? Wink, what's up? Pink the Goddess, how you doing?
Hi, how
Marlon,
are
what's
you?
up?
What's up,
Dream,
Sharice.
Brody? What's up,
Sharice,
love?
you ain't got nothing
Sharice.
to say on
What's
this,
up,
Sharice?
Marcus? Hey, Wink, what you got going on over there, Wink?
Peace, y'all. Sorry.
What's up, Sharice?
Wink
Hey.
always got
Hi,
something new going
y'all.
on, y'all. How
Hi,
you doing, Pink
Brady.
the Goddess?
I'm still here, y'all.
Hi.
Hey, Pink the
Wink,
Goddess.
Wink,
You
where
at,
that bill
Dre?
at?
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, I
we
got a
have
quick question for you.
Don't put the battery
What's
in my
up?
back. Let me go get it.
I was
Go
just
get it, Wink.
wondering,
Go get it.
is that a spiritual or a religious marking?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
I've been meaning to ask you that myself.
I'm okay.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me. I'm
You
just
want
moving
to
the rooms before the dog come and start barking. 1 second.
explain it?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
about to.
You would? All right,
So
good.
Yeah, I'm about to explain it.
I'm
Let
like
me.
my religion, I'm
I'm
technically
gonna take
Kemetic,
my
or like I
background off.
practice Kemeticism, which is like Old Kingdom Egyptian belief system, which was like modernized by and for African Americans. Um, but when I mark my forehead with like I think it's orange, it's kind of orange and red. It's using like turmeric, which is kind of like a form or like a practice like of the Hindu religion. They usually take like cloths or like fabrics and they dye it like in turmeric to like bless it and like put it on their altars. but I just use it on my forehead. It works with like the planet Jupiter, helps with like manifesting positivity, stuff like that. When it's like red or like super dark, it's usually like paprika, which is like a form of like Native American or like American witchcraft. It usually protects you from like evil eyes, jealousy, hexes, like, you know, just like bad energy, stuff like that.
Okay.
I think everybody just heard witchcraft from everything you said, but
I
That's
swear to
all I
God,
got. I was about to tell you.
I ain't want to be the one to say nothing, but I definitely heard a lot, but witchcraft definitely stuck out. Like,
well, she
I
I was
was
said
like,
a
like,
oh,
lot of
she's
maybe.
other
evil, and then I
shit.
heard her
Let's
say
see
something
how
about
many of y'all gonna
it
turn
keep
into
you away from
operatives.
hate and jealousy. I was like, oh, all
Actually,
right, maybe she not.
Yeah, so it's
actually,
a form of
witchcraft
where
is
like
not evil.
you ever see like the blue eyes, like the evil eyes? I forgot the technical term for it. But it's the same as like wearing that. Mine's is just on my forehead. Or I know in like Black American like Christian families, in certain like demographics, they take olive oil or like anointing oil, like they'll pray over it and they bless their forehead or feet with it. So like if I don't have anything on my forehead, I do that, but it's the same concept. Mine's is just on my forehead. Yeah, like you just see mine all fucking day. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And where are you from, if you don't mind me asking?
I'm from Oxon Hill, Maryland, actually.
Where did you take on this concept of this religion, if you don't mind me asking?
So I grew up I'm kind of like mixed, like different cultures and like races or whatever.
You
So,
mind
but
dropping those cultures?
yeah, so my
Stop
mom's
saying,
side,
do you mind at this point? Just ask her.
All right,
Shit, you
bet.
already know damn business. At this point, you trying to slow walk here. Just ask her about her life. Shit.
so like I
You
grew up
trying
in
to
I
slow
very
roll
know
it.
what's happening again. You ready to be Andre 3000?
like they were like non-denominational Christian and like they practiced like Catholicism or like were Catholic. But my grandfather was like Black American, like they owned like the land, like the slaves had like they were like very like Black American, like from Southeast DC, you know what I'm saying? And then my grandmother, she's like passing or like white. But she's like Appalachian, Native, like Mexican, but like they say that they're Black, like they don't like being called white, but they have like blue eyes, but they're like they're
Okay.
white, but they say that they're Black. And then my dad is Jamaican and they're African American. So,
And where did you
but
say you picked this up at?
like I don't know, they grew up like very open. Like they practice like a lot of like Chinese like concepts, spirituality. They taught me about astrology really young. Like they had like gigantic books on like astrology, numerology. Like I was taught everything. By like 19 though, I got really into Hindu on my own. And I don't know, I honestly I just woke up one day just wanted to cover my forehead. And then it was like after that I started learning about it. But even now I'm still kind of learning why, like what it is. Like I don't know. It feels really
Marcus, I
nice
don't want to
and
see
it
you
works.
tomorrow morning on Instagram
So
with that mark on your forehead, Marcus.
I've
I
had people do it. Like
Marcus.
they'll like do it. Like I used to drink
Marcus is one of them people that's gonna be doing it tomorrow. That's
like
why
I
you
always
asked her.
feel like if you're like kind of gifted spiritually or you have
Next
a problem
episode.
kind of like honing
Next
down,
episode.
like honing down or you're kind of like lazy developing your spirituality, it's good to mark your forehead so like you can kind of like filter everything that's going on. It's kind of like a filter, basically. So yeah. But I've had girls in the strip club, like I always say just tag me or like if you mark your forehead, like I like to see it. Like it's kind of cool. So I never thought that other girls would do it. So
So you said other girls in the strip club?
yeah, like they would do it, and they would like I guess they would look into it and like post information about it and whoop whoop
Look
whoop,
at
and it was
Wink.
like
Look
they
at
would
Wink.
mark
Look
your
at Wink.
orange, so it was cool. I've maybe had like 3 or 4 girls do it, like start
I
doing
hate
it.
Wink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to you and shout out to the girls at the strip club.
No, for real.
Wing ears went up when you saying strip club.
Hey, no. I told Wink. Hey, no, Fab. I told Wink go get the bill.
Be banging the fuck out this motherfucker, and it's like a cute little mini ashtray.
I'm sorry.
2-on-1 gang.
I'm sorry, is this the religion that you're practicing, or is this more so like spirituality?
It's a mixture of both. Well, I guess the mark is technically like a spirituality thing.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. You're funny.
Hey, Mo, what I tell y'all? What I tell y'all? Hey, Mo. Fuck.
That nigga said
Mo.
tonight.
You're funny.
Hey, Mo, you cutting up.
One can change your life.
Hey, Mo.
Hey, Mo, you's a
I
nut.
Told y'all niggas, bro.
You's a nut.
He said, "Fuck tomorrow, I'm going
yo.
tonight." Bro, this nigga Marcus a nut.
Hey, I wanted to know, is it okay? Is it okay to win with this?
Yeah,
Win,
that's
win.
cool,
Just put
Steve.
him on the big screen. Put him on the big screen, 5. That motherfucker perfect right there. I like that
That
hat.
baby protecting the
Thanks,
day.
bro.
Hey, Mo.
Can you wear hats with
Hey,
Can you
that
wear hats with this or
nigga.
no?
Y'all niggas
Yeah, we wear
oh,
everything.
snap.
Oh, all right,
Yeah, we
look.
wear everything.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I gotta find out more about this stuff. Interesting.
Hey, look at
Been doing them?
Hey, Mo.
Hey, I'm trying to understand it. I want my life to be changed too. Shit,
This nigga Marcus a
help
nut,
me out.
bro.
Y'all burnt the fuck out. All right, y'all. Can we get it? We gonna get it cracking now, y'all.
Let's get it.
All right, bet. Like everybody know, man. After the first topic, I'm a big screen it, and then I'm a big screen you. You get your take for about good 30 to 60 seconds, and you know what I'm saying. We come back to the big screen. All right. First, man. Somebody got to mute up for me. I don't know who it is.
I'm sorry.
First, years after Colin Kaepernick took a knee and Jay-Z partnered with the NFL, the conversation still hasn't died. During a recent freestyle, Jay-Z defended his position, suggesting his partnership gave him more freedom. And, you know what I'm saying, Colin Kaepernick's situation was a little bit more police based off the deal, supposedly him not being able to speak about his Nike deal. So it raised a bigger question about activism. It's changed from inside protesting to outside protesting. And as we can look at today, based off both of their characters and how they both approach the situation with the NFL, which one of y'all feel like their approach was more practical and gave us more tangible change as we could see the outcome today? What you got, Sharice?
Damn. Okay, never get this here right. Anyway, I don't think there was any tangibles in this situation. I think the only one who came out on top on this situation is probably Jay-Z in terms of being able to run the Super Bowl entertainment and all that stuff. But I don't think that it had necessarily benefited us as like a culture, as a race, as a group of people. No, I think that was more so on Jay-Z's behalf, more so just kind of, it was more so to get him kind of more on on another type of level in terms of being in the business world and intertwining himself in those different spaces. I think that he just kind of used that opportunity to be able to gain recognition and notoriety more so for himself and to build his businesses and to build his portfolio and things like that. Because being on the side of kneeling and things like that, he wouldn't have been able to do anything that he's doing now in the NFL. So I don't see any tangibles from that entire situation. Shout out to Colin Kaepernick. He did what he thought was right. I just hate that instead of it contributing to change, it just contributed to fucking weak halftime Super Bowl shows. So that's my take.
What you got, Tizzy?
Man, this might sound fucked up, but at the end of the day, both of them people took a job. They were 2 employees. One's a happy employee, one's a disgruntled employee. Jay-Z not wrong for taking the job of Colin Kaepernick. Like me, man, I just look at it like this. If you're going to do it, do it. If you protesting, protest all the way. Die about it. Like Martin Luther King, like Malcolm X, like everybody else. So if you so worried about your contract with Nike and you can't say this, then you ain't really protesting. You trying to protect your bag. You see what I'm saying? So Jay-Z not wrong for having the job. You had a job. You wanted to take a knee. Ain't nothing wrong with you taking a knee, but it cost you, and ultimately you still crying about it. So if you really protesting, protest all the way. That's all I got.
What you got, love?
I don't know. I don't really be paying that shit no attention. Like bro said, they both took a job. You know what I'm saying? Even though Jay-Z could turn them shows up and shit, like that shit weak as hell. But that Colin Kaepernick shit, like you said, if you protest and protest all the way, do it, go big or go home. Ain't no point in crying about this shit. You know what the fuck you did. That's like going to jail. You know what the fuck you did. You wanted to protest, so protest. Fuck it, we ball. That's all I got to say.
What you got, Wink?
I agree too. Like you can't have that. Like protest all the way. Fuck Nike for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's it for me. That's my take. Like you did the knee, so go all the way with it. Shout out to. I ain't even gonna give him a shout out. Fuck Jay-Z too. Shit. I mean, he took a job. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out, but it's like fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That's my take.
What you got, Dre?
Dang, I think I had something to say, but I don't remember right now. Yeah, they both had a job. It seemed real performative. Not at the moment, we were real into it, especially that Colin Kaepernick. We was real into that. Now though, looking back on it, very performative, very they just want to shake some shit up. They just want to do a little bit. Now, it did seem like at the moment, Colin Kaepernick was really putting his shit on the line, like his career, all of that. But now that I think back on it, also I don't know how much of a reaction was actually led to something else. Like how much of that we didn't, we saw it, we was all like, oh my God, he did this. But like, what was there something actually done, or were we just reacting to something that we just had never seen? It's just new. We was excited. At this point, it don't seem like there was really much of any difference. Isn't Colin Kaepernick still playing? I have no idea. By the way, I just have no idea. But if he's not still playing, I'm sure he made his money. Everybody was making money, and that's really the end goal. NFL still making money, Jay-Z still making money, and I'm pretty sure even if Colin lost some money at that moment, he didn't rein it back. So I mean, it was kind of just very performative for me. That's my take.
Based on what I'm hearing and like the little context that I do have, I do remember the Kaepernick thing or whatever. I feel like he was made an example, but I do feel like it was a big deal or whatever. Like it did kind of not shift the culture, but like shift the shit, like ruffle everyone's feathers. Like it did do something. But I'm like sitting here thinking about it. I'm very curious to know like how he is as a person, like when you're dealing with him business wise. Because I feel like more brands should have worked with him by now. Like, even if it's like not like non-US brands or like opportunities or like just like events he could speak at. Like I feel like he should be more of a big deal or like an icon than like what he is. Like, I really want to know like how he is personally. But yeah, as far as Jay-Z, I feel like I don't know how those two tie together. I'm like kind of lost when it comes to that. But yeah, that's like my take as far as like what I know.
So I think I got an unpopular opinion here, but I think protesting and activism is outdated. You know, the times that we live in right now is if you have a platform, you have a voice, and if you have a voice, you have influence. You know, and the Colin Kaepernick thing, I think it was performative. I think the man was getting paid from some other source by doing this. You know what I mean? And on top of that, man, Jay-Z, and I don't want to seem like I'm dick riding here, but I'm not. At the end of the day, man, your man is creating jobs. And I heard that in that freestyle as well, man. He's creating jobs. He took something probably disloyalty wise, but he took Rockefeller Records and made it into fucking Rock Nation, man. And a lot of people are getting employed about this. And on top of that, we got to look at the landscape of the Super Bowl right now. It's never going to change from where it's at now on some hip hop shit. The last 6 years, it's been R&B, hip hop, all of that shit. We never own that space. We never owned that space. Now it's just anticipated on who's the next person from hip hop or R&B going to be on that stage, man. And I think what he did with this concert was amazing. I really think that Jay-Z is the king of fucking hip hop right now. You know what I mean? And he's going to be the king of hip hop until the day he die. I'm done.
So my take for real, with the stuff with Colin Kaepernick, I say earlier, then it was like hype. I ain't gonna hold it. It was like hype. But now, as we look at it, it's like ain't nothing really changed from when he did the kneel to now. Like at the end of the day, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. The white people gonna try to control what they control. Jay-Z can only do with so much, but his power he gonna use it. But at the same time, like we ain't really seeing no change. The change ain't gonna happen until everything else. You know what I'm saying? But stuff that we can't speak on. But that's my take.
Look, man, I think a lot of motherfuckers hating on Jay-Z, including Damon Dash. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Damon Dash. I love him to death. I respect his tenacity, but you know, Hove he shows us what like class is when it comes to surface level shit. I know he got his under I know he got his shit with him, right? But we all got our shit, young. Somebody out there right now don't like everybody on this fucking panel because they felt that we wronged them. Am I right or am I wrong? And you're thinking
That
about
you know you that you know
right
you
goddamn now.
that you know you wrong 85% of the time, bro.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
So
Just
you
like
don't
how
got a nigga out
you
here
know you just
thinking,
said
fuck
you
it.
just
You don't
said with
got a nigga out
confidence
here
so people
thinking
be
like,
thinking you right.
man, fuck that nigga Marcus.
We
He
just
think
had
he
we
dirty.
just had Snoop Dogg, fucking Dr. Dre and Eminem at the Super Bowl 3 years ago with Mary J. Blige, and you talk about we just had Kendrick Lamar.
He had Usher, Kendrick,
Bro, these are
Snoop.
not R&B artists, bro.
No,
Kendrick
I said
Lamar is a hip hop
R&B
artist,
and
bro.
hip hop. It's
What's Dr.
R&B and
Dre?
hip hop is synonymous. You
And
know
what's
that,
Dr.
right?
Dre and what's Snoop Dogg?
Huh?
Snoop Dogg, he an R&B artist?
No, I said R&B and hip hop.
Oh, you don't consider those rap artists?
No,
Eminem?
no. R&B and hip hop are synonymous, bro.
Oh,
We're intertwined.
right.
I don't think Jay-Z is providing their job for anybody.
Oh my God, come on.
Like
Nah.
So,
he would
So
have given his cousin $5,000. I don't want to hear
Really?
shit about no
Really?
Jay-Z and no generosity.
Young Jay-Z is creating jobs out
Sharice,
here.
you ain't taking that dinner, huh, man?
Come on.
And then, and
Jay-Z.
then, and then, hold on. And then for
Yeah,
Colin,
yeah.
bro, I feel like nobody was back in his play. And Dream, Colin hasn't been in the NFL since 2016.
Man, let's keep it real. No one
Can
knew
I
who the
say
fuck
this?
he was before he took a knee. Come on, let's keep it
Yeah,
I
real.
bro,
can't go for that. I think he won a Super
Before
Bowl,
he
bro.
but
took
look
a
though,
knee,
he was
nobody
good.
knew this nigga.
Colin
Oh my
Kaepernick
bad,
won a
bro.
Super Bowl, bro.
My bad, bro.
No one, young. I
He
can
won
name
a
a
Super
million
Bowl,
No, he
bro.
motherfuckers
did.
who
He
won
Yes,
a
he
didn't.
Super
did.
Bowl and
Yes, he
Yes, he
a
did.
did.
championship
He
ring
went
from
to
the
the Super
NBA
Bowl.
that
He
don't
went to
nobody
the Super
fucking
Oh,
Bowl.
know.
he went. I knew it was
Y'all
something. I
niggas
seen him in the
tripping.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, he went.
Stop playing so much. That nigga ain't win no motherfucking
Oh,
Super Bowl. Hey,
I
yo,
don't care if he
that's on me. I
did.
thought they won. I
No
thought they
one
won that year.
knew this nigga before he took this quote unquote knee. What the fuck is the knee gonna do? What did the
Nah.
knee do? The knee ain't do a
All
goddamn
right,
thing.
but look, outside of Colin, right? That's my thing. Like I
It
said,
did
I don't
do
think
it.
nobody can
Goddamn.
rap better than Jay-Z. But as far as if he got this job overseeing the Super Bowl performances and all that, it's cool, but he gotta do it from an unbiased place. And when I say that, I mean it's no reason why we ain't seen Drake perform at the Super Bowl. There's no reason why we ain't seen Nicki Minaj and some of our biggest artists in the genre because of their personal conflict. So if you got a job, you gotta be able to separate
Look,
between the two. Because
but
at
let
the
me
end of the
ask
day,
you
you
this
robbing
about
the
that.
culture.
No, that's not true, bruh. That's
Well, I
not
feel like that
true.
becomes politics after like
When
in a
you
minute.
no, if you own Fortune 500 companies, you do have an opinion, and you will be like, fuck them other companies because I don't like that dude who run it. Don't just try to
But you know, niggas got
But he
monopolize
paid
don't
to
run the
perform at the Super Bowl,
NFL.
bro.
He got a
Nah.
job. Roger Goodell run the NFL.
Every CEO, every motherfucker who runs shit has some type of personal vendetta against another person to not bring them on their shit. Let's just keep
But
it
you
real.
have to pay money to perform at the Super Bowl, y'all. If y'all know that, a lot of money.
I ain't know that. I ain't know you
Yeah.
had to pay.
And that too.
Yeah, the
You
artist
have
does
to
not get paid for the Super Bowl
they
at all. That's a free
to
They
perform.
get
performance.
exposure.
They don't get paid or
They get
nothing.
exposure.
They pay.
Drake don't need no
So
fucking exposure. He
yeah,
Drake.
so
That's a bullshit.
I mean, but then so the
then
little
granted,
dude
you
we
could probably
just
niggas could
seen.
probably get sponsors to pay for them, et
I'm
cetera,
gonna
et
tell you
cetera.
this.
But
Yeah.
When Kendrick did the Super Bowl,
Always a big
probably a billion more people knew who the fuck Kendrick was, and his stock went up.
Man, them white people did not give a good goddamn about no Kendrick
man,
No, I'm
Lamar.
talking
yeah,
about
bro.
I'm talking about foreign people. I'm talking about just people in
Bro,
general.
y'all get y'all get American football fucked up. Them foreigners don't really give a fuck about no
They
American
don't
football.
care about it.
But
They
I
care about
FIFA was
football.
I
going on.
guarantee,
They care
I
about
guarantee,
football,
I
bro.
guarantee
They don't
Kendrick,
care
a
about this
lot
shit.
more people know who the fuck Kendrick Lamar is after that Super Bowl performance, man.
And I don't think it was all of it was positivity. Cause you trying to say what a whole bunch of white people that you think watching
I
on
ain't say white
TV.
people. You said white people. I said
It has to
foreigners.
be white people. Cause
Nah, it's black motherfuckers who ain't know who that nigga was.
man, well,
I mean, to me, Kendrick is an
maybe.
acquired taste anyway. I'm just, you know what I'm
He
saying? But
is.
So I give you
that's
I
that.
all.
don't.
That's
I'll
I
make you
mean,
on that.
I got
So
good
I'll
kid,
give you
Mad
that.
I agree.
City, but after that, I mean,
I'll give you
Kendrick
that then,
is
Dutch.
the
Because I think he's an
acquired.
acquired taste. So you saying the Super Bowl,
But I can't deny
got
his
him to a
influence, though.
different.
I can't deny,
Okay.
young, that fucking
but
not
they
like
That's
only
why he got
man,
niggas
hey,
grandmas and uncles
that's
with
not
the
like
Super
us,
no,
Bowl.
but
bro.
they
I
only
think
did
like
that because of the bias to Drake. You missing the point.
Yeah,
It's
no,
because of
no,
the bias. If he didn't
no.
diss Drake, he wouldn't have been performing at the Super Bowl.
I don't know about that.
That's a Fendi
Nigga,
fact.
what?
I don't know about that.
If he didn't
He
diss
didn't diss
Drake,
Drake, he wouldn't have the
So,
song,
all right,
bro.
let me
He
ask
wouldn't
you
have the
this. Let
song.
me ask you
that
this.
was a
right,
bullshit
and he
If
wouldn't have been
move
at the
just
Super
to be
Bowl
in
if
because
charge of
if
the
Jay
Super
Z
Drake
Bowl
don't like
had
already
Drake.
nothing
Go
to
before.
with
do
this
with
shit
the
again.
lyrics of the song, not like us, and the beat and all of that shit, you think that song wouldn't have done what it done?
I mean, we don't know it. He was
We
talking about Drake
nigga,
the whole time.
we know for a
Jay Z
guaranteed
and Drake
fact.
don't get
Nigga.
along.
Every lyric is
All right,
about
I'm
Drake.
gonna go ahead and go on my. I'm gonna go back on my own. I'm gonna be against myself. I think I think he needed Drake to make that song that big. Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah,
And Jay Z put him in there because he dissed Drake and they don't like each
yeah.
other.
I mean, look,
God called a
hey, he
I
spade a
think
don't
it just
like
spade.
the
worked out for
nigga.
everybody that was on Jay-Z's team. Like
He
it
don't
just
like
was
the
good.
nigga.
It just was good
And
business.
that's
It just was
and
fun.
that's where
Yeah.
it go back to the young lady who was like, Jay Z ain't creating no jobs. He got his power circle, and that's who eating. The man at the
It
bottom of the
trickles
table ain't
down. It
I
eating with
mean,
does
Jay
he,
Z.
trickle down.
Hey, Rock Nation ain't hiring no janitors from Suitland to go clean no buildings. It ain't happening. So
Nah,
I
they
don't
got
know.
their
that
janitors. I'm sure they
Yes, there
hire
is.
janitors.
nah,
I mean, he got
man.
an empire. He hiring
Over here
somebody.
giving Jay
He
Z all that credit, Dutch. You crazy.
he's making jobs. I'm
He
like,
was with
What?
Diddy at the brunches.
He
He
making
was
jobs
giving
for
niggas
his crew.
jobs.
They just getting each other
nah,
Remember
but that
pussy.
shit trickles
They
Exactly.
doing the
down,
same
him and
thing
Diddy
man.
was
Donald
giving
Trump doing.
It ain't
everybody at the
trickling
brunch
down
Somebody
to
gotta
jobs
do
everybody.
the
money.
lighting. Somebody gotta set up the stage. Somebody gotta do all this shit, man.
And
He
hey,
ain't
what?
setting
This
up no
past weekend,
Hey,
stage.
look,
I was
this
just at the
past
He's
Usher and
setting
weekend,
Chris
you
Brown
up.
concert
no,
last
this
night.
past
Wasn't no
weekend,
niggas hanging
a
them
No,
lot of
LED
niggas got
screens.
paid. A lot of niggas got paid for this last weekend, man.
Dutch. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not a
and
fan of Jay Z. That's
his
all.
I mean,
the
Not
I'm
a
a
people that
fan
got
of
fan.
Jay
paid was
Z.
his investors and his circle for everybody that went up to New York and seen that show. You know what I'm saying? His crew, they gonna eat regardless. Blue Ivy and all that. But a nigga from
He said
Suitland ain't about
Blue
to come up there and
He
hang up
said
I
no
know what
Blue
speakers
you
and hook
said.
up
Ivy.
Like
no
that is
shit.
family.
That's his daughter. He said Blue
I
Ivy
mean,
and
Blue
rightfully
Ivy
all
is
so.
him.
Rightfully so. That's who he looking out for.
Nah,
That was
I
TV
mean,
and
that's who he's
shit.
supposed to
But
look
I
out
mean,
for.
rightfully so. I say he the
I
best
mean,
rapper.
come on. I'm sure he had motherfuckers that he do not know that got.
I wouldn't
the
put
vendors,
shit on a
the
nigga
black
like Jada. We got
vendors that
niggas
was
like
outside of the fucking stadium. Like he brought fucking work in that area for this weekend.
What work?
Vendors.
He talking about the niggas
Niggas
walking around
selling
with the
hot
yellow
niggas.
CFC
Hey,
Came
shirts
out 4
and
hey,
shit
hours.
like that.
the nigga who sell
Them
hot
niggas made
dogs sold the most
$6.75 an
hot
hour,
dogs he ever
and he talking
fucking
about he gave
sold
him a
this
job for
weekend.
3
Man,
days.
I ain't got time for
Them niggas ain't make
I will
$1,000 for the
say,
weekend.
as a
that.
black
Exactly.
Beyonce
creative,
charging
Another
$1,000
impromptu
tickets, bro.
concert that they
No,
work.
what I'm saying is them
It was a
vendors,
money grab.
a lot of black
Money
vendors
grab.
came up there, young. A lot of black vendors
Jay-Z
made
They
been on
didn't
some
make
bread.
broke,
shit.
allegedly.
so I do
No,
want to say, as
man.
like a black
I mean, the
creative, and like
Indians
as
did
far as
too.
like Jay-Z and them
Oh,
creating jobs or
Lord.
whatever, I don't think they create like you know, like traditional jobs, but in the black creative world, like that's a big deal. Like you want to get like. You want to be a part of a project, whether you're doing the lighting for Beyonce, whether you're doing this for Jay-Z, like you want to do something. Like black
He
creatives,
just
like
had the
seem to
show
be
on
in that like
It's
world.
all
Yeah.
content.
Drewski
That's what
coming
you
to
saying.
DC,
Yeah,
bro,
I
and
mean,
we
but I
were
mean, as
literally
far as
talking
jobs, I
about
see that
how
like the
much
creatives
I
do
get you
in the
Drewski
though.
coming
creative
to
world.
I get
DC created a lot of shit here.
Man,
That day,
what the
that one
hey,
day.
listen, man. Listen, man.
What?
Hold on.
Oh, what?
Hey, listen. Hey, Dust, you scared me, bro.
that.
On some
Oh,
real shit,
what?
you
I
scared me. You
didn't know
scared me,
that
bro.
was a Jay-Z fan like
Because
this.
put it like this, right?
I fuck
All
with
right,
Jay-Z, man.
you a business owner. I'm a business owner, whatever. So right, boom. To me, when I do something and it's gonna trickle down, if I'm Jay-Z and I'm really helping the community and the shit I'm rapping on stage, all the vendors that's pressing my t-shirts, if these shirts ain't come from a black vendor, we ain't fucking with you. A
You
black
can't do
factory
that.
printing them shit.
Now you been
Why
biased.
can't you? Why
Why
can't you?
can't you do
No,
A
that?
the thing is,
businessman can spend his money where he want.
That was discrimination when all black want to be all black, all
no.
niggas.
What Martin Luther King say?
We got
What
I
he
black.
don't
say?
believe in Martin
Martin
Luther
Luther
King.
King said,
I don't believe in Martin Luther King.
me neither, but I do,
Oh,
he does
oh,
have
hold up.
some type of
What you
validity
quoting him?
in this statement. He said, I should not be judged upon the color of my
I ain't
skin,
say he
but the
judging him. I say
content of
where I
my
Not
want to spend
character.
my
judging.
money at.
He's talking
Martin
about
Luther King
economic
was a
freedom.
goddamn
What
fool.
I'm saying
He
is,
want
if I have 1 million vendors come in and
you
They gonna
missing
take
what
your
I'm
five
money.
saying.
and
You
500,000 of them are black, that's a win.
no,
Because
you missing what I'm saying.
in other areas, they specifically would just allow white vendors in. He allowed everyone in to where you won't get denied.
No, that's not the point I'm making. I'm saying my official merch, not a vendor. My official merch that we selling at the concert is going to be printed at a black owned factory. We going to be purchasing our shirts from black
Yeah,
owned businesses because we going for the
I
cause. If
agree.
I'm
I
employing
mean, of
my
course you would
people,
try.
then we going to spend
He
that
came
money in our community for it to circulate in our community. The Martin
But
Luther King
we know
shit,
black people don't spend money in our community
we
because
gonna
of
make
both
them.
sides.
It ain't real if you don't get it from here.
But it's
It
both
ain't
Yeah.
that.
sides.
No, why you think
Both
we all go
sides
to
have valid
Saviato and
points
don't go to
because
Woody Woo?
niggas want to raise their prices, and on the other side of the consumer, they don't want to fucking. They want the hookup. So
Hey
we
Dutch, you
always
missing my
gonna
point.
have that
No, you
say,
missing my
man.
point. I'm saying the official merch. I ain't talking about a nigga outside. I'm talking about the official merchandise that's being sold at the concert with my shit. I ain't talking about the nigga outside on the
Talking about
block. I'm talking
controlling the
about when you
controllables.
coming, yeah, what
I
I
mean, you
can
could try,
control.
but a lot
I'm
of like, it's rare that you find because it's like hard to be like a distributor. I mean, for anything, so or like a production, whatever. But I feel like if you could find one on that large scale to produce that many shirts or
Sure.
whatever, how much merch and it's black. Oh, I feel like that's really rare to find. You might have to like get it out of country and then it's going to be like shipped. Like economically, like it
but
just
you
has to make
Jay-Z.
sense.
You
Yeah,
Jay-Z,
yeah, but
right?
it still
So
has to make sense.
Yeah, it
you
does.
can make it make sense. In Atlanta,
And on top
Georgia,
of that, you
at
still
the
have to have the
airport,
motherfuckers who buy it. A lot of motherfuckers will be
man, they
like,
buying that
nah,
shit, man.
they go
Niggas
buy
I
the
mean,
buying
I
that
don't
all
shit.
know.
brand
Look,
shit.
I don't know. To your point, Dutch, about giving niggas jobs and the premise that Tizzy is making. If he got to make a little law, take a loss or something, and he giving niggas jobs.
If that's what we preaching, that's all I'm saying. If like me, I'm a person, I see black and white, either it is or it ain't. If we going, I told my mother, if I go back to jail, I'm going for life. I ain't got time to go sit down for 5 years. We gonna go
Man,
all the
you could
way.
do
What we
2,
playing for?
bro. You
I
ain't
can't.
gotta do
I got
life.
8-year-old. I do 2 years. He come back 10.
Hey,
He
you
already
ain't doing
turned
2
up.
You
years
ain't
for no
saying
real,
like, I'm just
crimes.
Yeah.
wild the fuck out. Oh man,
If we gonna go, we gonna go
you can
all
get
the
out in
way.
2,
Get it
bro.
over with.
You can get out in 5. You ain't got to do life.
But the point is, if I'm gonna be away, I might as well be away for real. What's the point of going away
Not
then?
forever though, nigga. Like, come on.
Then it ain't no point in going
Talking about
away.
risking it. You're
Well,
gonna
that's
risk
your
it.
decision making as
Yeah.
well. That's your decision
A
making. You
lot of those
gotta think about
situations are defense
Yeah.
situations. It's more of like, hey, if
it.
something at the door,
But that's
then
not the
hey,
majority. I don't think it's the majority.
maybe
I'll go
offense.
looking.
Something may have already
Majority
happened,
is
and then you
based
have to
on
go.
niggas making fucked up ass decisions based on their emotions. Come on now. We know
I
this.
mean, that's true too. But
We know this.
hey, like I'll put it like this: if I'm
Somebody gotta
outside,
protect the family,
I
bro.
ain't never gonna just be an 8-ball nigga. If
Y'all
I'm
know
gonna go
them
to jail,
videos.
I'm going for the bricks,
Y'all
and I
know
want
them
$100.
videos that's coming out now with all of the prison niggas doing video. Man, apparently these niggas got phones in there like a motherfucker now. But
They got
all of
get
them,
tablets and shit now.
they basically saying, I wish I never fucking made that decision. And
Hey,
I can feel them in the moment making the decision, but hindsight 2020, you don't want you got to think twice, man. It's been a couple situations where I had to turn the other cheek, man.
hey, my grandfather told me you only got 2 cheeks. So if a nigga smack you once, you turn your cheek down, you smack
Well,
you again, it's over with. He can
well,
only smack you one time.
you really got
Can only
4,
smack
but
you one time.
I
Oh
mean,
man, he was
I'm just
busting.
saying, like, I
Yo,
mean,
what the
you do have 4.
Okay.
I mean, technically it's
yo,
4.
that
It's
was
4.
crazy.
I'm just saying, like, I
Justice
know it
fucking
sounds
crazy.
crazy, and I
Wow,
know
that was
how it sounds,
crazy.
but
Yes, it
God
was.
we
damn, my man
definitely
was
have 4.
shit. That you losing me,
Yeah,
man. You
I'm just
losing me,
saying,
man.
lost
I
me
know
with
it
that
sounds
one.
crazy.
What you
I'm
gotta get
talking about
smacked one
facial
more time,
cheeks.
Jeff?
I'm talking about
Okay, you
cheeks on
said
my face.
okay. Now,
I
yes, we
only
do
got
have
2
2
cheeks.
facial cheeks.
Ain't no nigga smacking my ass, so I ain't even think that was worth saying.
I wonder that's what you was talking about. Yeah, I didn't-
That's why I asked you.
His shit just
Repeat
went
what your
left,
grandfather
man.
Hey,
said.
y'all funny as shit.
He said,
Funny as
"Oh,
shit.
man said no man smack."
Hey, now I'm gonna tell my mother if a nigga smack my ass, hey ma, it's down. I'm going
Yes,
for life.
we are going to prison for life.
That's okay then. So is that your decision making, or it just is what it is?
That's a decision I'm gonna have to make because
It
I'm
is what
going
it
to
is.
jail.
Fuck it. Born. So with.
That took Trey out.
This nigga Dutch burnt out, man.
You burned out
Where you
that one.
find this nigga at, man? Say he got 4 cheeks. What the fuck? And then she talking about something. I thought you was talking about your butt. What the fuck?
Because that's how they say when
Going
you
on
turn
in
the
here?
other cheek, you turn your other ass cheek. So when he like, oh, they
The
smacked one cheek,
fuck?
I was like, oh shit, this was your grandpappy was talking. I was like,
And that's why I said,
oh,
like,
Man, what? Hey man, I gotta
shit.
take my ass back uptown, man. You talking about Oxon Hill and
Hey,
shit, man? What the fuck?
Hey,
You
bro.
slow. We
that's how
gotta
come
go
Hey,
I asked
back
you,
bro.
like,
uptown with
hey,
it, man.
how you get confused?
God damn.
hey, bro,
I thought that's how the
that's
saying went. I'm
crazy
sorry.
work.
What's
That's
my
crazy.
grandfather would say some shit like that? The fuck? The fuck is going on tonight?
Hey,
No.
grandpa, we about to have this
We ain't
conversation.
saying
Hey man, rest in peace, man. They got you fucked up, man.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm so
for
sorry,
real.
They
bro.
make me go grab the urn and sit him right here, man. Y'all got him fucked
Stupid.
up.
Words of wisdom.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh,
Don't bring the urn out, please.
Woo!
well, we got another
Hey,
one that's
I ain't laughed like that in a minute, bro.
a little bit more serious, man. That's going to talk about accountability and parenting, and such forth. So, a missing teenager sparked concern across the community before eventually being found staying in another family's house. Instead of relief, the story turned into more like a finger pointing situation with the mother uploading a video, holding the other family accountable for harboring her child because her daughter apparently was mad about getting her phone or cell phone rights restricted. So the mother was real angry about it as she was, contacting police looking for a child the whole time she's at the front house and another adult parent knew about it. So if a teenager runs away and shows up at your crib, what responsibility do you have to notify the parents? And what point does helping become, more of a custodial interference? Yeah, the throne. You muted, brother, man.
Why did I know it was gonna end up on me? Yeah, it's my responsibility. If my daughters bring home a girl or whatever, yeah, it's gonna be a girl. Ain't gonna be no boy. Yeah, definitely. Who are you? Why are you here? Did your mother or father say you can be here? So forth and so on. Now it's funny because I have a slight of a story with this. My daughter Duchess, when she was like 8 or 7 or 8, I had the biggest scare of my life, and since then the biggest scare of my life, and that is when I did not know where my daughter was. Um, I woke up to my ex-wife saying, "We don't know where Dutch is at." And I said, "What the fuck?" Like I jumped up quick and scoured the neighborhood. We trying to figure out like where the fuck my daughter. And I don't know all of you guys who have kids. That is the worst feeling to ever have when you don't know where your child is. Now, probably about 30 minutes later, we found out that she just happened to just walk down a couple of houses to her friend's house. And I almost fucked that friend's father up because he comes out, "Oh yeah, she was good. I'm like, dude, you did not even right, you got my daughter in your house and you don't even like know if she can come down here or not." And the police, because we called the police and everything, they holding me back. As a parent, if your child brings someone home, and I heard this parent was crackhead, but I don't know how true that is. But if your parent, if you're a parent and your child brings someone home, it is your due diligence. Your due diligence is to find out what happened with that child, and if they say what this girl said that her mother stole her cell phone or something, young, nah, you need to get in contact with that parent and see if that child supposed to be here or not. That's my take on it. And on top of that, like, don't nobody ever want to feel what I felt that day. I'm out.
What you got, Dream?
Hey, I feel like last week we talked about the kids. We're talking about the kids again this week. I just want to be very clear. Fuck these kids. These kids are getting on my nerves. The kids want to take over the city. The kids want to rob the city. They want to do this. They want to. Who fuck these kids? These kids are getting on my nerves. They always want to do something. They want to go somewhere. They want to rebel. They want to. God damn, these kids are doing so goddamn much. Somebody to calm these motherfucking kids down. Calm down. Just relax. Sit down somewhere. Just relax yourself. All these kids, they just these kids. I don't know if y'all just seen. I just happened to been scrolling earlier, and they said these girls broke into the Chick-fil-A. Is we cool? These kids need to sit down. It's so irritating. And as a person who I don't really fuck with kids like that. I do got a kid over here. But these kids get on my nerves. Like, sit down. Like, y'all just out here just doing whatever. Like, y'all done broke into the Chick-fil-A, ain't bring no Chick-fil-A sandwiches home, ain't bring no nuggets to the crib, ain't got no half and half, and just out here just touching shit, going places, stop, sit down, relax. It's like, put them all in one spot and lock them in there. Like, just, they just need to calm down. The kids are really getting on my nerves. Um, it's the parents' responsibility, but like I don't know where they at. I don't know where the parents at. I don't know who's in charge. I don't know who's in charge. But call them. Somebody call whoever's in charge and tell them come get them. Because these kids are doing too much and there's nobody. The repercussions are either what we thought back in the day. And when I say we, I mean whoever lived those different lives. It was either the streets was gonna kill you, you was gonna get locked up, they was gonna kill you. At this point, they gonna kill each other. All of those options are still available, but it's like they don't care. They just out here just winging it, just winging it, and it's irritating as a parent. It's irritating as a just a passerby. Like it's irritating the things these kids are doing, and it's like, yes, it is the other parent's responsibility. But these kids so grown out here, and as a parent who's like, these kids so grown out here, you might be like, oh, my parents such and such said I could come over. My parents said these kids be lying through their teeth like it's all they ever did. Baby, I don't have time. I just want other people's kids to stay away from me. I don't want to see no other people's kids. I don't want to be around other people's kids like that. Cause I don't know what you got going on over in your household. You don't know what I got going over here in mine as a adult and to a parent. And I don't want to be responsible for nobody else's kids. These people could barely be responsible for their own self, let alone they kids who out here doing whatever. And then somebody else's kids. I don't want nothing like that. It's getting out of hand. I'm a little irritated by it. I don't know if y'all irritated by it. It's sad, but it's also just very irritating. That's my take.
Hmm. Yeah, I did see that that missing person's flyer go around. I did hear about what happened in terms of that. I know as the mother myself, like I would be like extremely upset if I found out like, like my child left and then went down to somebody's house and then them as the parent or as another parent, especially after your child or my child rather, or whoever's child has been there for a certain amount of time, to not notify that parent, I think that's just, I don't know, we've lost the sense of community in our spaces and where we are, especially in this area in particular. We just don't look out for each other like we used to. Now I understand, whatever, somebody was upset and all of that, but like we got to start making our children understand that what we say go, not what you say, and you're gonna have to learn tough lessons in life about how shit really is out here. You don't get your way. You have to respect and mind your parents and try to be the best person that you can, because that's all really I realize that's all my parents want for me, and that's what I want for my kids, and I think that's what anybody want for their kids. I do hate that like that a lot of these kids are gonna have to learn the hard way about a lot of shit, and they just not ready. But they gonna find the fuck out. They gonna find out, and it's not gonna be nothing anybody could really do about it. You want the best for them. You want them to make the right decisions and stuff like that. But you got to learn from your mistakes, and that takes time, and you got to continue to grow and nurture them to do that. I just think like on the parents, and like it just have to be better communication between adults and understanding like just personal boundaries and what that looked like, and a lot of stuff that Dream said was true. That's my take.
What you got, Tizzy?
And so I'm from uptown, right? I'm from Kennedy Street. How we was raised, everybody knew everybody. And when you're really from the hood, eventually everybody become related any fucking way. So we all walked to school together. Everybody knew everybody mother. Everybody knew everybody father. We had a father. I got 3 kids. Got a 12-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 9-month-old. If my daughter, who's 12, pop up at somebody's house, ain't no friends I don't know their parents. It's not an option. You can't have a friend if I ain't look their mother and father in the eye. So all this what I don't understand. If the mother a crackhead, that mean the girl told the people the mother a crackhead. If she gonna harbor the kid, she should have told somebody that she had the damn kid and told the people the conditions that the kid was living in. Again, I just see black and white. far as a community, all that's good, but the community ain't what it used to be. You know what I'm saying? It was a time when you was outside, niggas outside hustling, they telling you, hey man, the street lights gonna take your little ass in the house. Shorty play basketball and he fucked up in the game, they ain't about to let her push no packs. Hey Shorty, we just gonna buy your basketball shoes. That's the community I come from. '03. They took all them niggas, locked their ass up. They just now starting to come home and trickle back in, and then we was left outside with the goofy woulda, if I coulda, woulda, shoulda, if I had only been ass niggas trying to be big homies and shit. A nigga told me one day I'm his JR. I said, nigga, you only fucking these bitches because them niggas locked up. Get the fuck out of here. I don't know you for nothing. But yeah, man, as far as these kids and shit, man. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. But we gotta get back to that old law, where it's, if I don't know your parents, I don't know you. My kids don't know you. You know what I'm saying? That's not an option. Parents gotta be parents, man.
What you got, Wink?
Yeah, the parent, I mean, whoever should have been notified. Just having a kid over your house and the little John out. Just long story short, should have been notified. Girls used to be with my house all the time. That shouldn't have been there, and nobody was notified. And one girl was a runaway one time. That shit was crazy. I wonder what she had, and I don't like shit. But yeah, mama, I feel like my mother should have notified somebody about that. Cause I was like, what the fuck is this girl here? So yeah, notify the parents or the guardian, because I think that girl might have even been like in a shelter or something. I don't even know. But yeah, notify people. That's fucked up. Crackhead or not. Or I'm sorry, crack addict or drug user or not. Thanks.
Um, I don't know. I feel like it's your duty. Well, if someone walked up, oh, my child came, they brought a friend, and something's going on, I would definitely investigate or ask questions. But I would want to like just to make sure like the child is in safe hands before like anything is done, or like eye contact, like police or anything, or let them stay with me for a couple of days. I feel like I would, I want to talk to their parent or see what's going on, or just because I had like brothers, like my brother's best friends. I grew up, they were in the foster care system, and my mom like co-parented like with like whoever he was adopted with or whoever house he was in. Like she co-parented with them, so like I'm really used to having like friends, like really being a family. So I don't think that's a big deal to want to investigate or wanted to like not pry, but like like be a part of the community or like really be like a village. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's how I feel.
I mean, I know we growing up, situations like that was seen, but yeah, you definitely got to call somebody. Especially in this day and age with so much social media and news, it's easy to get the little Amber alerts and all type of stuff across your feed. So where like as soon as you see that, it's like, yeah, well, it's time for her to go.
But
or
imagine,
him or whoever. Like,
yeah, my bad. I was just gonna say, but imagine how many of those go out and it be some bullshit like that going on. The kid at a friend house or some wild shit, wasting resources. I don't mean to be, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what it is. And I don't know, like we gotta have a responsibility in to each other at some point. It's when it comes to the children. I ain't talking about all that other stuff. I'm just talking about strictly like the children in our communities that we see. And even if something as simple as correcting them or whatever it is, because I hear kids cussing, don't cuss around me. I don't play that, baby. No. So it's just, I don't know. It's wild to me. It is. And that's crazy. And I think Wink is right. No matter if the person is a crackhead or not, that's her daughter at the end of the day. Call her. The fuck? I don't understand what the problem truly is. And that's what people like to do. And anytime you get the system involved, best believe, babies. Now this shit national news or whatever type news it is now. So best believe them people gonna be coming.
I don't know. I just feel like if someone come to my house and I'm worried about your safety, you telling me to stand there with your mother, because I have friends whose mother was like, you know, dope heads. She ain't eat for days. Mother ain't been home. Not me. I got my mother cooking and bringing her food for school in the center. So if you come to my motherfucking house, you tell me your mother a crackhead, I'm gonna go meet her or talk to her. And if I feel like this shit is unsafe for you to be at, little girl, you're staying with me. We're calling, see, like, we're going to do this, or I'm going to try to get custody of you myself and see her of a certain age. Like, we're going to figure this out. Like, I think that her not getting anyone involved would have been like wild as shit. Like, just sending her back home, and it's like you see that the situation is fucked up. If that's the case, like, she just gonna go run to someone else's house, or some wild, like, crazier is gonna happen.
Yeah,
I would say there's a lot of functioning crackheads out there, and we don't know
Yeah,
that.
but
Functioning,
still,
so we don't know.
a,
you ain't
a,
run
a
my house for no reason.
crackhead or not, that person slid that baby or got that baby cut out. Or either way it go, that's still a child. But again, it go back to what when you got community and you know, if I know your mother crackhead, like she said, I'm gonna make sure you eat at school. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna buy you an extra uniform. We had, man,
I still help in
it's
any type of way I
regular
can.
hood
You know
shit.
what I'm saying?
But you
Yeah.
going home, and then a lot of these
I'm about
kids,
to say,
man, they
But you
got
go
rules and shit at home, and or at, like I hate to keep talking about my grandfather, but he had a rule. All we couldn't go spend the night at people's houses.
home.
Everybody had to come to our house because he an old school military man. And
Lord,
he said, you playing in the backyard, he sitting on the porch smoking a cigar. You think he just smoking, he listening to your conversation, what your friend talk about. Hey, don't bring that little motherfucker back over here no more. And if I see you with him outside, I'm gonna whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because you know what that kid bring to as I get older and I'm 13 outside on my own way and I'm hanging here. And I go over this nigga house. His father passing him a J. You know what I'm saying? The other nigga, he could all of us went over that house. It was 5 of us. We all went over the house. Everybody smoked weed for the first time that day. And that next day, I watched my friend group change. The fly nigga wanted to get high every day. The ball player nigga wanted to smoke. Everybody changed. And my cousin told me, why you smoking weed if you can sell it? Smacking me upside my head. And that changed me that day. Everything changed that day from that man father passing the kid a J. So all
see,
that going over niggas' houses, you might got the uncle who in the fucking porn and watching porn and exposing kids and shit they don't need to see. That shit alter a kid brain. So my kid can't be nowhere I don't know where you at. You won't be accounted for. All this Navy Yard shit outside of the studio shit. I'm a firefighter in the daytime. That's my regular job. I'm a DC firefighter. The shit I see with these kids out here 11, 12 o'clock at night. They run around Navy Yard in the alleys, girls fucking in the alley, come back saying they getting raped. This shit that don't even make the news. You know what I'm saying? The shit that you see, like when the lady said, Piero, whatever the fuck her name is, said lock them parents up, they got mad at me. I'm with that shit. Cause it's these same motherfuckers who kids out here every day. You don't work, you get free housing, you get free food, you get free daycare, you got free health care, you got Virginia tags on your car, you don't got no insurance. Your kids running around breaking
hey,
into shit, robbing everybody, going to jail, doing all the dumb shit, and there's no accountability. Your kids down here fucking shit up. We try and go to sleep at the fucking firehouse and they run around here jumping white motherfuckers for no fucking reason. What is wrong with you? Sit your little ass down somewhere like Dream said. But people gotta hold themselves accountable. And somebody, if you can't do it, cause you want to be at Metro Bar or you at motherfucking bullpen your kids outside jumping and robbing motherfuckers and breaking into cars, that shit crazy to me. Somebody gotta be responsible for these kids. If your kid missing and you ain't filed a missing police report, then you need to take your ass to jail too. Cause if the little motherfucker turn up dead, you oh my god, ain't nobody trying to hear that shit. Cause you ain't fucking care. So don't care now. You should have cared when they ass ain't come home the first day. Cause an adult gotta be missing 24 hours. A kid could be missing an hour and they missing. It's an
I,
Amber Alert.
I
You know what I'm saying?
co-sign everything he's saying.
All that shit these niggas be talking about, man, I
only
don't
one
know nothing
thing.
about that.
That's what I was about to say to Sharice too about the lack of resources. I was about to say the same thing Tizzy was saying about the shit. Your kid gone, your ass better use them motherfucking resources and call them people and make them look for your damn child. But only thing I don't co-sign is you saying you hate to keep talking about your grandpops. Shit, he keep giving that law, and it's instilled in you every time you come on this motherfucker. We want to hear something else that you hear me. Your grandfather told you.
Nah,
it's missing, bro. So don't ever be also you hate. You hear me? You hate keep talking about him. Nah, bro. A lot of people don't have men like him in their life. They grow up around men like him, so they need these type of things instilled in them.
Nah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. Yeah, that should be real. I ran a call a couple months ago, right? The girl, 16, she in a shelter, right? She in a shelter with the little cause she got the baby, whatever problems at home. She in the shelter, y'all. The girl boyfriend, so her baby father is 16 too. She got a 23-year-old boyfriend, right?
Oh man.
She dropped out of school. She doing somebody hair underneath the table, but you can't come in the shelter without your baby. If you come in that joint, it's like a shelter, but they basically get their own apartment in the motherfucking joint, right? So she come through the joint, she can't come in without her baby. So she go back outside. She waiting for the boyfriend to bring the baby back, right? Baby about maybe I don't even think the baby was 6 months old. The fucking girl sits in a car with the nigga. They smoking. She go into the shelter now. She got to walk past the security. Security got to put their eyes on her. Got to put their eyes on the baby. Security guard pulled a blanket back off the car seat. You know, our baby sit in the car seat with their head up and their stomach up. The baby, his head is where the feet is at, and the baby face down.
This happened at the shelter on New York Avenue?
Nah, this Southwest.
Oh,
Motherfucker. The baby feet where the head supposed to be, and the baby face down. Flip the baby over, dry blood, woo woo wham. Baby not breathing. CPR. I'm 2 fingers on this little baby chest, breathing in this baby mouth, trying to get this baby to shake back. The girl, they asking the girl, what's going on? I don't know. I was just smoking. We were just smoking in a car. What the fuck is you talking about? Your fucking baby dead, you dumb fuck. Get to the hospital. Go take her to Children's. We get to Children's, motherfucking. I end up knowing the real father. So he like, hey Tiz, what's up, my baby? She good? She good? I'm ignoring him because I ain't can't. What the fuck? So I'm just ignoring him. I'm like, he grabbed me. He say, man, what's up with my baby, bro? What's up? I'm like, I'm gonna go in there and see. I go in, walking down the hallway, time of death, 23:25. God, what? So then you get subpoenaed to court and all this shit. And then the mother this. Well, where's her mother? And it's like, y'all niggas is fucked up. But you in the shelter. You couldn't go to school, motherfucker. Why you got a 23-year-old boyfriend? What the nigga did to the baby? And then the whole time, we asking her, we pumping on the chest. She had the car, she going like this. I'm thinking she trying to like fan herself down. She telling him to drive. She waving at him, pull off. You know what I'm saying? This shit you dealing with.
Look, young, I'm gonna say this, man. You know, I'm 42 years old, and I seen the last shit that we don't want to face and we don't want to acknowledge. The thing is, man, when we talk about these resources and everything, people, especially where we're from, they have babies because they don't got shit else to do but fuck. And then on top of that, we get from these old aunts and mothers, the mother who was a single mother that got on the food stamps, the WIC and all that shit. They tell a little girl, look, if you have a baby, not don't have a baby, but if you do, make sure you go down there and do this shit. You see what I'm saying? And that's the shit that's what I built my platform on, which I had to step away from because people just don't want to accept that we we have these cases to where either it's one or two things. The woman just keep getting abortions after abortions after abortions, or they keep just having the babies after the babies after the babies. And then it's like, when I say, all right, it's the parents' responsibility for their children. A couple of shows ago, they was like, oh, nah, these kids, they got their own mind. No, fuck that. Because my girls, and I can only speak for mine, I know where they at. I know how they think because I was there 24/7. And you are responsible for who you bring into the fucking world. You made that one decision to say, I'm going to have it. And I know it sounds fucked up, but I'm more on the side of the women who be like, fuck these kids, I ain't having it. And it sounds fucked up, but guess what you not going to subject that child to that's not born? All of this bullshit, and then the cycle is just going to fucking continue.
And it's the government fault. It's all the
And
government
the
fault.
government
Because
enables that shit.
if I'm the mayor or I'm a senator
that's-
or whatever the fuck, if you have a kid and you want public assistance, motherfucker,
You got
you
4
got
years.
2 years.
I
I'm
say
giving you
4.
2.
I say 4.
I give you 3 years. I give you 3 years to get your shit together. If you can't get it together your way and you still want
We taking
assistance,
that baby.
well, I ain't gonna take your baby. Take your ass to the military. If you a legal alien and you called your ass under
But
this
they still
fence,
gonna have to figure out what to do with the baby.
nah. But the military got daycare. They got all type of shit.
I did a
They got all
video a
type of
long
shit.
time ago. I said, look, and I did do your 2 years, but that was the checkpoint where we reevaluate. And then wherever you at is gonna determine if you get them extra 2 years. If you ain't show shit, see
You
what
ain't
they do now.
self-sustaining.
They incentivize the
Incentivize.
fucking, how you say it? Shit. Incentivize you having more. Meaning, the more kids you have, the more money you get. So
Yeah.
what you think they're gonna do? Have more children. But
Yeah.
in my plan, the platinum plan, as Biden said, my platinum plan will say, look, if you have another child whilst on this assistance, you're getting cut off and we taking your fucking baby.
Well, I was gonna try to jump in there and say that, you know, it's been a lot of stress like down where I've been at, you know, like several different situations where, you know, it's come up because I know for sure that they were saying that now, you know, those benefits and everything like that. I think you have like 60 months, like you have to do like some type of schooling, or you have to do
Motherfucking time.
some jobbing, like a job like 20 hours a week or something.
Yep.
Just to keep it at this point, because, you know, see, people don't like Donald Trump, but like that's the type of stuff that he's implementing in terms of trying to, in my opinion, kind of get people off of that and try to lean, lean more towards self-sufficiency and things like that. And I will say too that there is programs out there that can help. A lot of times, I think what we see in our community, unfortunately, and others too, because it's not just us, but I mean, I think we only speaking about us, so I'll keep it here and just say that, you know, a lot of us don't like to take advantage of certain opportunities because certain like things make you look a certain way. There's programs out here paying for people's debt, helping people get houses, all kinds of shit that, you know, people just got to be willing to do the work to, you know, kind of take advantage.
You know what, Cerise?
Immigrants, and I'm sorry, give me one more second.
Yeah, my bad.
And it's like, it's interesting too, because I've met like all kinds of people, and you know, I find that the immigrant groups, they have a different
mindset.
Thank you. A different mindset around their whole American experience. Like they want to get a job, they want to get an apartment, they want to, you know, try to settle down and get, you know, self-sufficient. Like they already be working out the gate. You know, like I see that with a lot of them. You know, I find it very interesting. I'm always the type that say, hey, you need to come into the country the correct way. That's my thing. I'm staying on that. I'll never stray away from that. But I will say that on the back end, like we like to get mad, but then sometimes it's like, well, how mad can we really be if we're not collaboratively taking advantage of those resources that are there? And guess what people gonna do? They're gonna take advantage of it, and they're gonna, use it to their benefit. That's just what people do. Like we seen it in Minnesota with the Somalis and how they pretty much took over the whole Minnesota. I'm still trying to understand it. It's wild work from a third.
I want to piggyback on that, on
Go
what
ahead.
you're saying. When them foreigners come, what they don't have is that cyclical
Entitlement.
thing. Nah, it's the cyclical thing that I was talking about. How they come, they hear about these opportunities. They're promoted to, like people promote this shit. Our government promote this shit to their country. So when they come over here, their first thing is thinking about these benefits and these all of that, right? Business applications. Oh, I think I got to do this. See, we grow up in the shit to where our mothers and our aunts are telling us to do it like this, right? So
I
the
can't
thing
go for
is,
that, Dutch.
huh?
Can't go for that
Go ahead.
because everybody got time. Everybody got free will. Everybody on this motherfucker right now
But
is
when you're
grown as hell.
conditioned, it's
No,
conditioning.
that's bullshit because you could be conditioned all you want, but I don't know how many people in here, but is it enough of us in here? Let's say it's 10 people in this motherfucker. Somebody in here got bad credit, but they on here instead of on TikTok looking at how to write them collection shits. Motherfuckers make choices. That girl that just had her 2 babies, one baby died in her motherfucking house. She was shaking her ass on TikTok, leaving the babies in the motherfucking house. You have my grandfather told me every day you wake up, you get a motherfucking chance and you get a motherfucking choice. What you do with it is up to you. And the next day, if you waste your chance and your choices, the next day you got a new set.
Let me
It's
ask you
never
this,
no excuse. Ain't
Tizzy.
no such thing
Let
as a
me ask you
mistake.
this. Let me ask you this. If you were told something different, right, from doing it the right way from birth, right? And I'm gonna give this analogy right here. It's gonna go a little left, but bear with me. A lot of child molesters and rapists and people who and gay people can attest to this as well. When you're molested at an early age by a male, and you're a male, that's the first time that you're introduced to this thing we call sex. And as they grow, they know that it's probably not right, but their feelings of it is based off of what they experienced first hand, and they learn to like it. So they fight against it, but it's still there. Like this transgender was on I think Tucker Carlson. He still dresses and does the thing, but in his mind it's cognitive dissonance. He's like, I know I'm not supposed to be doing this shit, but this is who I am. So
I feel
when
that.
I say these girls, they're taught certain values, fucked up values when they're young. So even what you're saying, even when you're saying, okay, you have a choice, their mindset on thinking of the choice is what they were told. So they wouldn't even, the wherewithal is out of the window. They don't even think about what they're doing when they're having these babies.
No, but that's the thing, right? All right, so I get what you're saying about the gay people, all that shit. More power to them. I can't touch
He
that
said
with a
more
10-foot
power to
pole.
'em.
What I'm saying is this: I come up under a family. I had My great grandmama had 13 kids. All her sons, she had 11 boys, 2 girls. Every male went into the military. Every man had a wife, had kids. We wasn't raised like that. My mother was
Right.
raised right. She went to St. John's. She took her ass over across Georgia Avenue, where she wasn't
Mhm.
allowed to go. It was forbidden. And she seen my father from Kennedy Street sitting outside with a red sob and all white Sergio Tacani suit. She said she looked at him and fell in love. That's how Kennedy Street get in my family. I'm with my grandfather all the time, but that shit they doing over there, that shit more appealing. I never had to sell no drugs. Ain't no reason I know how to cook crack. Ain't no reason for that. I chose that. It was my choice. You know what I'm saying? I made a choice. It was a
But was it
conscious
your choice
decision.
based on your upbringing?
Upbringing or
So
not, I
can I
had
say
two
something?
It's like
upbringings.
the nurture nature thing. It's like how much of us are who we are based on our environment. And I think at least 85% of who we are is based on just what the fuck we grew up around.
So can I say something?
Please.
So as like a spiritual advisor, like I meet someone and when you're like taking people in and you're reading them, you have to take into account the generation they're in, the race, the this, like you take into all of the conditioning, whoop, whoop, whoop. And I just damn, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh my god, it just like
I think I
escaped
know
me.
what you was about to say.
Like
It's sort of like if you was born
oh, this is what I was
in
about to say.
India, you
No,
probably
I
would be
agree
a
with
Hindu.
both of y'all. I feel like with Big Tizzy, I feel like he's right. It is a choice because I personally feel like, especially like from like my spiritual experiences and talking to people like as a tarot reader, they will open up to me about having these experiences where whatever they believe in, whether it's an ancestor, a thought, or they had a vulnerable moment with themselves or God, whatever the fuck they believe in, whether it's a mind or a person outside of them. There was a moment where something came and got you and talked to you about what the fuck you need to do. Whether or not you listened is up to you. It could be a
That's
near
true.
life, dare death
That's true.
experience. It could be you saw your great grandfather down the hallway when you went to go piss and you was high. It could have been like your child said something spooky about someone they never met. It could have been a dream. It could have been anything. Something comes and gets you. And it's like whether or not you listen or you make that choice, like, you know, it is what it is. But I do feel like it is like as someone who's experienced a lot of stuff, like I was conditioned. I feel like I got the worst of stereotypes and like black trauma, black American female trauma and white trash. Like I grew up really poor. Like we squatted in houses. I just with gasoline. We borrowed water from other people's house, like really bad. So it's like I grew up kind of like I could have been one of them girls where it's like this is what I'm used to. Like my whole life was up until I moved out, like my parents' home. We were squatting. I could have been squatting. I was in and out the shelter. Like I could have just battled that out my whole fucking life. But no, I sat the fuck down and I had made a choice. And I've like I tied into spiritual shit, went to an outside source a little bit, needed some help, understood I was a little bit conditioned, understood I needed to you know, have a God that was associated with white Americans, understood I needed to believe in something that was associated with black people, with Africans. I needed to get, you know, but that is a choice. You know what I'm saying? So I think you guys are both right. You know, like I just feel like
Pink, I
it's
think
yeah.
what you're talking about is the exceptions. Like myself, right? My 2 brothers went to prison. I didn't go to prison. But we grew up in the same environments, right? So I do think that when you have these moments, I call them come to Jesus moments, right?
Yeah,
When
some
you
got your ass a little bit sooner, and some probably got them when they was sitting
and then
down.
you make you my uncle,
Make your choice. Go ahead and say
look big,
it.
Tizzy. Your grandfather was equivalent to my uncle Billy, right? I was doing a lot of shit, just doing it, right? This ain't work, so I go to there. This ain't work, so I go to there. And my uncle Billy was the smartest person I knew, but he was a crackhead. But he knew a lot of shit. He was in the Air Force. He was smart as shit, right? So when I was 21, he said, "Man, you basically did things that I could never see myself doing." And as me looking up to him and him telling me I did something that he couldn't do, that made me feel good, right? But he had me look back on my life and my decision making to where it's like, damn, I would and in the moments I was just making logical decisions, but not knowing I was making these logical decisions until he pointed it out. And then I looked back and was like, wow, that could have went way left.
Yeah.
But I think it's exceptions to the rule. I think majority of us will fall into the shithole, but
if you fall into the
something
shithole,
I can't say what that something is, because I grew up Christian, and then at 20 I renounced it based on what I was going through in life, right? So that put me on a different trajectory. So it's like, I don't know. It's a select few that can pierce through that societal shit.
because people make choices, right?
Yes,
So the first thing you learn from a crackhead is what? Not to smoke crack. But it's
exactly.
18-year-olds smoking crack right fucking now. They've been saying crack is whack since
And
the
that
80s.
is
So
crazy. If you just started smoking crack today, damn.
See them all the time, strung out all around this motherfucker. Niggas 17, 18, 19 on dope, right across the street from the Pinnacles. So
yeah, it's the same thing in
yeah,
Pennsylvania.
motherfuckers.
I see him.
Motherfuckers make choices. If a motherfucker come through the fucking, pay a coyote to swim through the fucking rivers in Tijuana to get to Texas and crawl under a motherfucking gate, what's the
But
difference? Hear me out.
I want to ask a question though to you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is the mechanism from your perspective of making the right choice based on the circumstances and the environment that a person
the mechanism is wanting to get out of the fucking circumstance. So you have a million examples around you of what not to do. Like me, I did 5 years as a juvenile from a dumbass decision that I chose to make. Again, I ain't have no reason to do none of the stuff I did in life.
So you don't blame your circumstances or your environment?
No, I didn't have to do it. I had a grandfather who would give me anything I wanted. I just had to do right.
Well, that's true.
But I chose to go do other shit, and it cost me. I had friends that went to jail. I had uncles that went to jail. I had crackheads outside. I had alcoholics. I had drug dealers. I seen them go to jail. I seen them get shot. I chose. It was my choice. My grandfather told me ain't no such thing as a mistake. You made a choice. You know why it's no such thing as a mistake? Because there's a million examples around you of what not to fucking do. And if you don't know what to do, you ask a motherfucker. So if you go do some shit on your own and you fuck yourself up, that was your choice. Don't call it a mistake. I told him it was a mistake. He smacked me in my head and made my fucking ear bleed. Ain't no such thing as a mistake.
I agree.
So I don't subscribe to that. Motherfuckers make choices. If you decide to go get the Virginia tags and don't put no insurance on your car, and you get in an accident, you didn't choose to get in an accident, but you chose not to get that motherfucking insurance. That's why you take your ass to Virginia.
If you're drunk and you kill someone, you didn't choose to kill them, but you chose to drink.
You know what I'm saying?
You was probably thinking about killing somebody for your ass chose to drink. If you just,
I mean,
it's choices. Everybody got choices. These motherfuckers sit right here. They see everybody. Nobody can tell me they don't got an aunt or uncle, somebody in their family that's well off. You sit down at the family reunion, you see that motherfucker. They got their beds, they nice house, they picket fence, they kids in private school. You could ask them what did they do to do this. They tell you get good grades in school, do this, do that. We choose not to.
I agree with you on choices 100%, bro. I think deeper into it though, because I'm very analytical, and
I'm smoking this black about, right?
I'm
they
the
say
type,
smoking give you cancer.
Yes.
I smoke cigars, hookah, and with my baby
it's
in the
called-
house, I
it's
don't
called-
smoke cigars.
it's
I
called-
chose to
it's
smoke
called
this. So if I get cancer, it's my choice.
But it's called cognitive dissonance is where I'm coming from with it. It's like your brain understands that something is wrong, but your actions do the opposite. And I'm the type of person that I always want to know the why of things. I understand that things happen, right? And choices are definitely made. My whole platform is based on choices. Now, I think deeper into it, like, okay, I understand the choice that you made, but I want to know why. I want to know
That's
what's
the
the
problem with the world.
makings. What
You know,
is
close.
the makings to think that?
But that's the problem. Wanting to know why. Sometimes you just gotta let shit be. Why do they say don't smoke crack? Then your dumb ass smoke it. Now you know why they say don't do it. Because they said there's no why. It doesn't matter. It's just
I
don't
did
do it.
some things back in the day that I'm not going to admit on here, but if you get my drift, you understand.
Don't
But
tell me you smoke crack, right?
No, I never
I'm
smoked
fucking
crack.
with.
I never
I'm just
smoked it.
fucking with
I
you.
never smoked it. But
Okay.
okay. Now,
Yeah.
but one day I was in the house and I looked at it, right? And I said, I definitely don't want to do this, right? Like, I don't want to do this. And I didn't do it because I was on the other side of it, right? But I understood what my uncle went through, and I said, I don't think I want that. And I didn't do it. However, the other thing that I did, why did I not mind doing that? Giving it to
But
someone
that's
else.
the problem. It don't matter why. At the end of the day, you knew it was wrong.
But I
And
do
you
want
made
to
a
know
choice to
why
do
though.
it.
Right and wrong is subjective, big tizzy.
It
No,
is.
that's the problem. All these words,
Evil
subjective,
and good
why,
is
this,
subjective.
that.
It's true
It's no such thing. It's no
because
such thing.
it's true in my well, I'm gonna just say in my opinion.
It's definitely a such thing though.
It's
No.
true.
Do
I
you
think that's how you
do y'all think
decisions are most of the
it's a
time driven.
universal
That's how
right
you
and
make them.
wrong?
Your
Yeah.
Good
perception.
and evil?
Listen, life to me, this is like she said, I gotta put that out there, my opinion. Life is all balance. That's the key to life. Up, down, left, right, hot, cold, north, east, southwest. It's all balance. This whole universe, all this shit is balance. Good, bad,
I got a
everything is
motto.
balance,
I
right?
got a motto.
So, go ahead, say your motto.
My motto is this. I always was trying to figure out what's the purpose of life. I think, and y'all can tell me, I think the purpose of life is experience and legacy. And I'm gonna say why. I think every human being has experiences that they can pass on to their child, a young person, whatever. And that's how we evolve. Because at the end of the day, from back in the eons, everything was built upon experience and leaving a legacy. So I think the purpose of life is experience and legacy.
And so, a couple years ago, I did this book. It's a little journal called My Purpose Driven Life. It's a Christian base. It's like it's a book,
I
and then you
read it.
fill out the journal.
I definitely read it.
And my summary, or what I got from it is, it's like you said, legacy and passing down basically your experience, what you did, and putting your people in a better position when you go. You only here, we all here on borrowed time. So for me, case in point, let's say I take my kids. Sorry, Shorty, you can't go hang with certain people. This side of the family, we ain't looking down on them. We don't feel like we better than them. You can play with them at the cookout, but you're not going over their house. It's not an option. Don't
That's
ask me.
me.
So
That's
I'm
me.
saying
That's me,
it
bro.
is what it is. You see it, woody whoop. This where you come from. This where your daddy from.
Hey,
Woo
young,
wham.
that's me.
But
All
we ain't doing that though. You know what I'm saying? Love them to death. Help them when we can. But that's that. You know what I'm saying? So because the choices and the things that are being imparted in them. Now, them same kids, them same cousins, I love them to death.
yes.
Ain't nothing they can't ask me for. You gonna have a
Yes.
good birthday, Uncle
Yes.
Tizzy, cousin Tizzy. You
But
gonna look sweet. We gonna do that.
kids ain't hanging around you on a
We
daily
ain't doing that.
basis.
But if you ever want to know how to whoop whoop whoop, come holler at me. I got you. But
Mhm.
if you want my help, we gotta do it my way.
Yep.
Cause I ain't gonna tell you wrong. I ain't gonna steer you wrong. We gonna do everything. We gonna dot our I's. We gonna cross our
Right.
T's, and we gonna make our next move our best move at all times. In the event that it's not that, I gotta distance myself. So every time in life, I was raised, and I learned this in jail. You work your way to the end of a situation, and you work your way all the way back. Every good possibility, every bad possibility. Then you still don't make your move. You think about it. You let you like Styles P said, plug the fan in, cool off, then grab the cannon. Like
Mm.
you got now. I thought of that, but it might be some shit that I missed. So now let me go back and think about every good possibility, every bad possibility. Then I'm gonna make my move. So if I know now, what I got going on now, I ain't always been in this position in life. I'm new to this all the way legitimate lifestyle. So with that, certain motherfuckers want to come to the studio. You want to serve Diddy's out and think you about to be recording and running in and out of here. I can't do that. So
Right.
if you can't get with that, I can't get with that. Cause if they run up in here off that, it's some whole other shit that's gonna happen. And I know me. I'm addicted to making money. That's just in me. So if I see it, I know I'm gonna want to partake. And when I partake, like I said earlier, if I'm gonna go, I'm going all the way. So we not even gonna play. If we gonna do it, let's do it big or not do it at all. So if I know that, I just don't got I just need to remove myself. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know how to decide. I ain't learned that yet. You know what I'm saying? So every choice I make, or what I try to tell people about choices, you gotta is you can't call it a mistake. You made a conscious decision to do whatever the fuck you did, and it's never too late to fix it. You can always fix it. Your
Yeah.
credit might not be good today, but if you take the time out and not go to the club and match your card out and go keep paying the minimum and then go and order some fucking Uber Eats on the shit, the next check in 2 weeks, you could double up on that minimum payment and not go to the club, and then you could do that again and pay that little $300 balance up, and your call go from a 463 to a 700 if you
Mhm.
just knock off the 80% usage on that $300 limit credit card. But
That's
we
true.
make choices. You know
You
what I'm
talk
saying?
hey
We make choices,
somebody
and
spent
then
their
we
money.
have everybody else to, oh, this person to bail us out. I'm gonna call my grandmother to get some money. I'm gonna call my best friend, or I'm gonna go to the club with them because they're gonna pay my way. It's too many variables when you just make a right fucking choice as a fucking adult. Every time the universe speaks to you all day long. You have a million examples of what's going on in the world. These kids, these parents, they made choices and they don't want to. Every day they get a new choice and a new chance and they don't use them right and they want to blame someone. And I just can't go for it because I made the bad. I
With
grew
you.
up on Section 8, fucking food stamps, everything. Right now, my mother and them, they was, oh, I need you to pay my phone bill. God damn,
Mm-hmm.
god damn. You 60, you still ain't got it right.
Mm.
What's your choices? I can't work because this. I can. Well, I can get my. I just broke my finger today. I broke it. I
Mm.
was at work and I broke my finger, and now I'm at home and I'm off. You know what I'm saying? I chose to do what I had to do. It is what it is. But if I would have grabbed the motherfucker the way they trained me to do it, I wouldn't have broke my fucking finger. But I chose to do some dumb shit. So I broke my finger. So all my overtime I wanted to work, I can't work it. Cause I made a dumbass choice. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
It's about
dude,
choices.
you preaching to the choir, my brother.
Accountability.
I'm all about that, and it was based off of me being a bum back in the day and blaming everybody else for my shortcomings. To where I had to realize after I got my family and I had my daughter and looked in her eyes when they pulled her out and was like, "Oh, I ain't first no more." Like
Mhm.
that I said, it's not me anymore. And ever since then, man, I've been building upon what you just said. Like that whole that's my whole foundation of my values and on how I look at shit. When people be like, oh, it's fucked up to happen to all right, what the fuck was he thinking?
Yeah.
What was he thinking before he did that shit? And that's
Mhm.
why I got a lot of backlash on, my my first iteration of my platform when I was mad. I was going to these single mothers like shit. Like it was to the point where motherfuckers didn't like me. But again, they made choices. And in these choices, they decided to have the baby, even when the nigga said I don't want it. So I always put myself in the woman's shoes, right? To where I'm not a woman, and I know there's a lot of estrogen and emotions going on, but I look at it like this. If a nigga tell me that he don't want something to come out of me and he's not going to be there, oh hell no, nigga.
But
Fuck,
that's the thing. That's his
fuck that
choice
shit.
he made when he nutted in her. So he can't play God with her
No,
body.
but
He made a choice.
the ultimate choice. Now he made
So
a beginning choice. The ultimate choice comes. It's a fact. You
I
can't
also feel
get
like, can I
around it.
say something? Can I say
Hell
something?
nah, Dutch.
I feel like, okay, I feel like it's very
Y'all
important.
can
I didn't
try
learn
to fight
it
it.
until I was
I'll
older.
listen.
Like just this one sentence, I feel like a lot of young girls, if we were taught really young that like, okay, as the mother, you're basically deciding the next community, like what the village is about to look like
Yeah.
for real, not for fake. So you breed him a little man, yeah, he cute, woo, woo, woo. He has a temper problem. He's into this, that, and third, secretly, sexually. That's going to be in your child's DNA. Like little shit like that. Like you need to start like
This nigga
that's
might be
really
a
serious.
fucking psychopath.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So I had this
you
experience where I was
decide
in
I'm
college.
still gonna have this baby.
Hey
Fuck
y'all, real
Yeah,
yeah.
quick,
I
real
had an
quick, y'all.
experience.
Hey y'all,
That's
real quick though.
awful.
Hey y'all, look y'all, real quick, cause I just came back. I just got in the house. Where we at? What y'all talking about?
Man, we out there. We talking about
Hey,
choices, basically. Like that's the premise of everything has. I was talking to my daughter about this the other day. And me and my daughter, my youngest daughter, 12 years old, we go deep, dark.
Dutch. I ain't gonna let you get away from.
Okay, what do you have a problem with what I said, Sharice?
What you say first before she answered? What you say?
I said every woman who gives birth has, well, with the exceptions, right? The obvious exceptions. But in general, every woman who gives birth after a nigga said he don't want it, they made the choice. Now, Tizzy said the nigga make the choice to bust in her, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. He does
After a
make that
certain point,
choice,
she like the
and
host.
and he has to deal with the consequences of whose choice though. He still has to deal
of
with the
his
consequence.
choice. Of
He
his
has
choice. He
he
Yeah,
made
has
the first choice. He made
no,
the
no,
fully
no.
ultimate
deal with
choice.
it.
He made the first choice, but he has to deal with the consequences of the last choice. And the last choice
There's
will
no
be,
last choice without the
it is the
first
last
choice.
choice
There's
because
no choice without the first choice.
no, because a lot of niggas that busting women that made that choice who wanted to have that baby. Guess what happened when that woman made the choice of not having a baby? He couldn't have that baby. So
Right. But
you
guess
can't
what?
say no.
That's the consequences of his choice.
No, it's not the consequence. No, you take away. No, you're not going to take away the responsibility and accountability of another choice that is ultimate.
But two.
But
But
coming
hold on,
from
can I
Because
rebuttal?
once you
Can I?
do that, you make her not human,
Let
and
me rebuttal real quick.
you make her a child,
Let me
which
rebuttal
she's
real quick,
not a
Dutch.
child.
Hold on, Dutch. Hold
She's
on,
a
Dutch. Hold on,
she's a
Dutch. Let me
she's a
rebuttal.
hold up, hold
So
up. She's an adult to where she understood what was going on as well. Now,
I fuck with you, Dutch, but I can't go for
once
that.
he
nah,
makes
Dutch. I
no,
can't. I can't
no,
co-sign that.
go ahead.
All
Try
right,
to
so
explain
I'm
yourself
I so
away.
look, I'm with you when you say, the choices, right? I understand where you're coming from, but at the end of the day, when the man, and given you having sex is good or whatever, you in the moment, you're not thinking about a child, it just feel good, and you let loose. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't disciplined in that moment, but that's still on you as an individual, as a man. Now, you can't dictate what a woman do with her body, whether you want her to keep a baby or not. You can't dictate that because that's out of your control at that point.
I think what
Y'all are
you're
saying the same thing.
I think you're focusing on me. No, I'm giving him that. But I know how to compartmentalize the choices. See,
Yeah.
I'm giving him all of that, what you're saying. However,
you were saying that
what you're doing is dropping her choice. and focusing just
I
on
want to hear what the
what
ladies got
he
to say
did.
too.
What he
It's
did,
his
yes,
choice.
I
Call
agree.
it
I
a
agree wholeheartedly. What he did was his choice from his perspective and what he had to do with that. But it's another half to that that no one likes to speak on. And this is why I
What,
got the
murder?
backlash.
Come on, murder.
The
Nah, he
backlash
talking
is
about
this.
just her keeping the baby and the dude don't want it.
No, if I have sex with Pink, right? Let's just hypothetically speaking here.
Oh God.
If I had
Give
sex with
them
Pink
long enough.
and I said, Pink, I'm gonna pull out, and Pink say, okay, well, let's do it, right? I ain't gonna wear a condom, blah blah blah. But Pink can't dictate when I'm about to bust a nut, but I do. And
But she
then
could dictate if you wear a condom or not.
No. She can, but I can convince her not to do this.
Right,
That
right, right.
for me not to do this, and she
Right.
agrees. Now
That's a
both of
choice.
us, both
But
of
It all
us,
come
wait,
down to
listen,
choices.
listen. Yeah.
both of us agree. Now she's now putting the ball in my court to not bust in her, but I say fuck it in that one moment, and that one moment I'm fully responsible for whatever she decides. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to continue this story on what Pink decides. And that's where it ultimately ends up, if a life is going to be
So
here or not.
can I say something? I feel like I agree with you. They are kind of like putting a lot of emphasis on the men. Once y'all nut and it's in us, we are the host. It is ours. Like it's
That's
incubated. Like
true.
we're incubated. It is ours. Whether or not like it's all up to us.
It's
So
yours.
I've actually been in that situation where I was in college and I got pregnant with twins. So it was like it was my choice whether or not I wanted to have them or not. And in my choice, I was actually raised in a low income Black household where babies are blessings. Have that baby. Fuck that nigga. About a 4th month, he gonna like you anyway. Niggas do that.
That's
I
the
was sitting
don't.
there 2 months pregnant with twins, y'all. I was sitting there. I want a Benz. I need a purse. I need this. I need a nanny. I need this. He don't have money for none of that. I'm getting rid of him. Fuck, I look like getting pregnant by a nigga, and I'm rapping. I'm doing this, and you don't match my branding. You don't match what I want. I need a push gift. I require stuff. So I would rather have just gotten rid of them and mourn my babies and gone through that process than have them run around with no fucking shoes on, or me chasing after a nigga, or me still trying to it just would have been a mess. So I feel like it is a choice, and I feel like girls do let themselves down sometimes, being overly optimistic, being delusional after just being kind of gone
That
almost in a
fucking
psychosis a little
that
bit
blessing thing
about
will
what.
get you.
Yeah,
The religion
yeah.
thing will always get
I
the
was definitely
woman
taught, have that
to.
baby, it's a
But guess
blessing, you're
what?
gonna get a
Guess
car,
what?
all that.
But guess what? They stick on the religion shit, but ignore the other side of the religion shit, when not to have sex before marriage. It's
Yeah.
like I'm a adhere to this other half, but this other half wouldn't exist if I didn't do the other half.
I can ask y'all a question then. Now, once the baby come, once Pink has the baby anyway, Dutch, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you.
If you don't rock with Pink, right, and y'all not getting along, should y'all relationship dictate y'all parenting?
So can I say something?
I'll let
Yeah,
Pink.
you the host.
I'll let
I
Pink.
feel
You
like
say you the host.
based on my
I like that.
observations, sometimes men are just really good men and they do whatever they do for their seed, like it just without you, whatever. But in most low vibrational households, or where there's no one's really awakened, or there's not a spark in there, men kind of treat your children based on you. It's how if they stay away from your kids, what the fuck are you doing to that man privately up in there, when it's just y'all, or it's just. I feel like based on my observations, they treat them kids based on that mother.
It's based, and she's absolutely right. And if you think about child support,
She's a good woman. She's a good mom. They have no problem taking care of them.
which my big brother, he just got in contact with his son that's 23 years old, and he's been paying child support for that son and his brother for years, and he has not been able to see them for 15 years. And just so happened he is talking to his son now. Now the thing is though, I'm paying all this money. My
Can't go for
brother
that.
paid money to lawyer. He paid over
Can't go for that.
$500,000 now
Can't
to
go for
just
that.
to
No,
see.
let Tizzy shoot. You ain't need to let Tizzy shoot.
I can't go for that. I pay $747 a month for my son. You know what I'm saying? Come out my check every 2 weeks. And I'm cool with that. But as a
No.
man, hear
That
me out.
ain't
Hear
the
No,
me
y'all
out.
point.
let him
No, no,
finish.
no,
Let-
no,
Let
no.
him
I
finish.
was making a point before he
But you
spoke.
ain't even let niggas rebuttal off your earlier points.
Go ahead.
Y'all let
No,
him
because
finish.
I just brought up child support. Child support
Yeah.
wasn't even talked
But
about before I said it. Go ahead.
what I'm saying is, right, as a
700 is
man
crazy.
in the fucking in the system going through the shit, you have two courts. If they made you pay child support, you take your ass to the court and you go for family court. That's how you get your visitation and everything like that. They tell you this, and this is all across the nation. So if a motherfucker, I ain't don't want to speak ill of your brother, but there's systems in place. Again, we have choices. There's systems in place. If you paying your child support and that lady not let you see the kid, you take your ass to that judge, you say you want visitation, you gonna get your visitation. Might not be as much as you want. Might not be wrong, but you could see your kids. They gonna schedule. If y'all can't get along, they gonna have y'all exchange the kids at the police station. I
Tizzy,
did it all.
let me
Zoom
let me
links,
ask you this.
mediation,
Let me
all that.
ask you this. Is it loopholes in everything in this world? Is it loopholes?
Case in point, it's a loophole with my daughter, right?
And
My
no, no,
daughter,
no, no.
my,
What I'm
my daughter
saying
born in
is,
Cincinnati, Ohio. In
is
Cincinnati,
in
if you're not
general,
married,
in
the mother
general,
get full custody
no,
off the
no, in
dribble.
general, you're correct. In general, you're correct. But when loopholes are introduced and women are devious in how they utilize these loopholes, which my brother's baby mother utilized to the fullest, to where he could not see his children based on the child support system in one state, but she was using another state as her address. And on top of that, how she maneuvered through these bylaws of the child support system. Now, when you're paying attention to it and you're trying and trying, and I was with him from the get-go, when she looked at him and said, I'm going to make your life a living hell. And it goes back to those aunts and those mothers
Can I
and
say
those.
something?
The thing is, people know how to fuck the system up to the point where that man is fucked. And my brother, he just for his youngest child, he just finished paying child support 3 months ago for him.
When we talk about personal
And
people,
on top of that,
but he lost. That's what it
no, he
sounds like.
didn't. He didn't
lost.
lose. What happened was he got fucked. And
So listen,
that's
I'm
why,
gonna tell
and
you.
hold up, that's why a lot of these men out here don't get heard because of the in general thing where, oh, you can just go down. It's not that simple when it comes to a vindictive ass woman.
All right, so look, when we talk about loopholes, right? So hold on, let me put my take my AirPods. My AirPods just died. Hold up.
Let's
I want
go.
y'all to talk. Wake up the baby. Hold on one second. Okay. You get me?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. So, all right, boom. So I'm in court, child support court, boom. Baby mother talking about she want back child support. Loophole. That's your key word. She want to make my life a living hell. Your key words. What happens is pull up the cash app. Oh, that was a gift. He did that because we was boyfriend and girlfriend.
Yeah, that
Okay,
gift
but this
shit
say
crazy.
13,000. This say 13,000, Your Honor. I sent her 13,000. She only sent me 1,000 back. Okay, the judge could have went for it, but what he say? Okay, show me how much money he sent you before there was a child conceived. $300. No back child support. He's been active father this whole time. Daughter in Cincinnati. You're not married, the mother automatically gets custody. That's the law in Ohio. Not married, mother gets full custody unless you can prove she is an unfit mother. She had the baby up here at Howard University, couldn't get the job as a news anchor, moved her back to Ohio, got her dream job, what she went to college for, broadcast journalism. We had an agreement. We're gonna switch holidays, switch whoopty whoop. I didn't have to let her go. I could have said, nah, the child was here. The child been here the last 2 years. She been here. I don't want her to move. I ain't gonna block your dreams. This is what you went to school for. You can't get a job down here. Go do your thing. They don't want to play fair. At the end of the day, you got choices. So I go to court up there. Whoopty whoop. They told me what they told me. Based on my income down here and what's going on up there, how much my government job going to take, whoopty whoop. Oh, it's not worth it. Let me double back. You want the control, you got the control. I'm just going to kick out as needed. You see what I'm saying? Everybody
But
got
what you
choices.
saying? But what? Nah. These not your choices, my brother. What's happening is they're moving the goalposts. Everything I just heard you say, every time you came to a goalpost, they moved it. Now it's not your choice anymore. Now you have to go.
Nah, they ain't move the goalpost. That's the law. So that's
no. What I'm saying is this: the one thing that stood out for me when what you just said, right, is these judges are human, and you said, "Oh, he could have took it this way," and went
I
against
could
me.
have.
No. You said she said something to him, and
you talking about the back child support?
Yeah. You said he could have did this, but he went towards your way, right?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is there are judges who go the other way, and a lot of judges in my brother case went the other way. And on top of that, when she was in Raleigh, North Carolina, right? And I went down with him to the point where, he had the visitation, but she filed in Atlanta, Georgia, right? Now, when we drove what, 7 hours for him to have 2 days with them. We booked a hotel and everything. And this just a peak of the iceberg of bullshit, right? So we get down there. She knew he's contacting her on the way down there. I'm coming on Saturday morning. Bam, I'm gonna have him to Sunday night. Okay. It's okay the whole time, 7 hours. We get down there. We're in front of her fucking apartment, bro. She says, nah, we gotta do something. My brother calls the police and says, this is my day. These are my days. The police said, well, sir, we get what you're saying, but the filing for this is in Atlanta, but you're in North Carolina, and we can't allow you to take those kids. We had to go the fuck back to DC, bro. And the thing is,
that's where y'all fucked up. I would have drove the extra hours to Atlanta, filed for a motion having contempt of court. You can't collect child support in one jurisdiction and live in another.
The thing is, and I just told you that was a piece. I can do a whole show on this. The thing is, that's a piece of what my brother had went through, to the point where, bruh, up until that point, I was like, bruh, man, do whatever you can. I was you. I was like, man, we can do this, we can do that. Young, I said, and then she told one judge that my brother was molesting his kids because he was teaching his son how to aim his penis to piss. That's what she told that judge was actually on my brother's side. I was like, ma'am, hold on, fuck that. He's teaching his son how to piss. But that's the type of mentality that she had when dealing with my brother, because she had animosity.
So let me ask you this.
And what I'm saying is, I'm not
rapping, I don't
saying
want to be
that
putting your brother's, situation on trial. You know what I'm saying?
no, what I'm saying is it's a lot of fuck black. It's a lot of men going through this shit. And when they try to tell their story about what they're going through with these loopholes and these fucked up ass judges and these courts, and you said it, child support and family court is two different joints, and they play against each other where it should be one fucking court for it.
So let me ask you this though.
That's how hold up. And when men try to tell these stories, we have men and women telling the general shit and not these stories to where that shit gets drowned down, like my brother didn't do all he could do to see his children.
So let me ask you this. Do you think he threw in the towel? He said, fuck it, I'm gonna just pay my child support.
Look, that's what it ended up being. In 2018, he said, you know what? I can't, because he got a new family. He moved on, and he had to do what he had to do for his new children. Now, the thing is, I told him, I said, bruh, I'm not the one to tell you to not do it, but you losing a lot of money doing this shit. You gotta just wait till they get older, bruh. And 2 weeks ago, bruh, I've been telling him this shit for forever, and he's lost hope, right? 2 weeks ago, his son hit him up, and they've been talking for 2 weeks, young. And his son has been telling him every fucking thing that his mother been doing and saying, and they building our relationship. And I tell all men who go through this, I said, unfortunately, we're gonna have to get our shit on the back end when they get older. And my brother never believed me until 2 weeks ago. And every day he been hitting me, telling me about these conversations that he been having with his fucking 23-year-old son.
That's a beautiful thing. See,
It
me,
is,
that
man.
ain't
It is,
that
young.
ain't an option for me though.
And I'm gonna bring back my interview shit just for my brother, because I did used to interview, but I don't want to do it no more. But I'm gonna bring that shit back, and we're gonna do a whole fucking show on his whole experience, where we go below that tip of the iceberg that I was just telling you about.
And what's not the option? Not seeing him, Tizzy?
Yeah, for me, that ain't an option. I'm hell or high water,
Young,
whatever. I can't throw in a towel on what came on my nuts. Everybody different though.
Young humans, young, we can take but so much, young. And I watched my brother for 15 years. Well, at least 7 to 8 of those years, young man, go through it. And then the rest of the years, man, he was just like, exhaustion is real, young. And I don't care what people say. I used to shit on people who commit suicide. Be like, man, fuck that. Man, you ain't need to do that. But over the years, young, it's some shit that go down in people's brain and people's mind where they just get too overwhelmed with shit, especially when it comes to your seed. Me personally, I got a divorce almost 3 years ago. And me and my ex-wife, she tries to get up under my skin, but what she doesn't do is keep me away from my children. And I can imagine, and I'm not on child support. We don't do that. We both don't believe in that bullshit ass system. I'm the exception. I can actually say I'm the exception. I don't say it like when niggas, well, it can happen. No. I am the exception, young. But I cannot imagine being away from my girls for 15 fucking years. Like, oh my, I will die.
So I used to work for DPR, right? Parks and Rec, DC Parks and Rec. So we had this little program called I started it actually, was called Young Men's Future Leaders. And I take the youngers and a fake little mentorship and all that.
I still hear you. I just went off camera.
So basically it was a situation where this one dude came up to the rec. He had just came home. He was trying to see his son. Baby mother came up there tripping, bamming out. They arguing in the wreck. And the son sitting there, he 9 years old, he crying. Hey, Shawty, go ahead over here. Let me holler at you folks. Put them both in the room. Hey, Miss Lady, I see you all the time, but this man got on orange slippers. He just came home. He ain't go to the block. He ain't go see the man. He came right here where he heard his son was at. I understand what y'all got going on, but let that man do what he gotta do. What do you need? It turned into a whole program. I'm bringing fathers in and teaching them how to reconnect, because it's just like if you're a kid, you go in the store, you steal a candy bar. If you don't get caught, it's easy to do something again. So he might have missed the first birthday, he might have went to jail, he might have did whatever, but he here now. So yeah, you got your hurt. Go ahead, yell, cuss him out, whatever, get her out. All right, she said what she said. You caused the hurt. You missed this birthday. You didn't pay for this on Christmas. And since you couldn't do it last Christmas, you ain't want to hear her mouth. You missed the second, third, fourth, fifth one. All right, but you saying right here, right now, that this what it's gonna be, then fuck whatever image you trying to put up in front of me, trying to look sweet in front of me, because I ain't nobody. You owe that to Shorty right there. So she gonna nag you, but as the longer you show up and do what you supposed to do and contribute and just be a fucking man, eventually that shit gonna pipe down. And you get the bond with your seed, and everything gonna go in your favor. But you got to show up. You know
But
what
this
I'm
what I'm
saying?
trying to change. This what I'm trying to change, Tizzy. And it may be unpopular because women are looked at. See, the thing about women is this, man. They don't they and Pink, don't take offense, all right? um
You're fine.
Women are like this. They say don't treat me like a child, right? I don't want to be treated like a child.
You're
I'm an
crazy.
adult,
You're
and
crazy.
you need to fucking treat me like an adult. Equality, right? And at the end of the day, we look at it like that. That's how I'm looking at it. Okay, all right. I'm gonna hold you responsible and accountable for your part in shit. But when we do that, they now want to say, or us men, we want to be like what you just said, bro. And I respect everything you said, but that's the mentality that we have where it's like that I gotta tell my man that he going through it too. I gotta tell him, bruh, we just gotta get it on the back end. And that mentality is what I'm trying to get rid of, to where it's like, no, fuck that. They need to be held responsible and accountable for their part as well. Because we telling men all day, you know what? She'll come around or
But
they'll
that's
get
just part
older.
of being a
And
man, bro.
but I
We ain't.
understand, I
It's
understand that.
just being a
So
man.
now, all right, so why don't we just treat women like children?
I
Oh, but they
mean,
don't want it though.
nah, but I mean, I get what you're
And
saying,
when I
but that's
say, okay, let's treat them like children and let's look at it like that, where they can't make these decisions based on being an adult. And then soon as I say that, I get backlash on, oh, you're a womanizer, you're a misogynist.
I ain't gonna hold you, bro.
I'm stuck between the rock and the hard place, because when I try to give you the shit,
What
you
the
say
fuck?
I'm a woman. And
No.
when I don't give it to you, you say I'm not a fucking child.
So I don't know what. All right, so that's like that's not even apples and oranges. That's like apples and octopus.
Nah,
But
it's the same shit. Men have what you just said. It's our responsibility to take that shit. We gotta take that
no,
shit.
listen,
No,
listen,
we
listen.
have to.
No, I got you. Hear me out though, right? So what you said is you want something about treat a woman like a child. Nah, bro. Everybody grown. Everybody
That's
grown.
what I just
Everybody
said.
grown. So, but we listen. We responsible for our own actions as a man. I
As
don't know.
women
Oh,
too,
hear me,
bruh.
hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. As a man, though, fuck a woman right now. I'm just talking about as men. As a man, you responsible for yourself and everything around you. So
I
if that
agree.
means you gotta think for your woman, if she don't listen to you, whatever.
Nope.
If she fuck up,
Okay, can I say
you
something?
gotta take that on.
Let me say this before that.
But let me finish.
No, because we think
Thank
like that,
you.
and I
Well,
agree.
let's
We
finish.
think like
Let
that.
me go.
We think like that, but women don't think like that.
No, that's
Because
cool. But listen,
when,
just hit me out. Hit me out. If as a man, I pride myself on being a man's man. So
I'm not a punching bag,
anything,
though.
no,
I'm not a punching
but
bag.
as a man, sometimes you gotta be the punching bag.
Fuck no.
As
If I
a,
had a if my son
I want to hear
home
Pink. I want to
and
hear
he's
Pink.
telling me,
What Pink?
I gotta think for this bitch. Fuck that little girl. That's a little ass girl. I'm gonna no. First of all, as a woman, and I've been a stripper, I've been around, like, I date celebrities, like, I've been around A-list celebrities, like, this is what I do.
And layers
So
and layers,
it's like,
Pink.
no, like, for real, like, I really, like, this is my shit. My daughters, if a woman is childish with you or to you, she does not want you. When I caught myself, and this is from my personal experience, if a man feel like I'm childish and I'm, like, fucking around with him, I don't like him. He doesn't have enough money for me, or something about it I don't really like, or I'm
that's what I'm
afraid. Like, it's
saying.
just fun. So again, but I don't know. I just feel like a woman, like a real woman, is not childlike in any way. And like she's like
and that's
in
the
any
standard
way,
I
in
want
any
for women,
way,
man.
in any
That's
way.
the standard I
But
want for
hold
women.
all right, but hold up. All right, hold up. Because this is why I say it's apples and octopus, because what you saying and what she's saying is two different things. She's saying
no.
hold up.
I'm gonna tell you why. My ex-wife fucking hate my guts, bruh. She fucking hate the shit
I'm
out
not
of me
gonna
right now.
lie, I don't seem like it's hard to
But
do.
what I'm saying is she don't block me from being a fucking man.
So okay, so about the whole like blocking
And
your
she
kids
knows,
from
she knows when that shit ends. And that's what I'm asking women to do. It's just, you don't got like this, nigga.
Well, that's a respect thing.
Nah, but she don't respect me. But she
respect enough to end that shit when it's time.
No, she understands that I'm a father, right? She knows how to separate a fucked up husband that did some fucked up shit from a great fucking father. And that's where these women fall.
So that's what I wanted to speak on.
Go
So my personal experience, I had a mom, like we're mixed, whatever, but she was Black. But like she would like I grew up watching her and my father, like she really enjoyed like playing that like low budget Black American like ghetto experience. Like, you ain't do this, you ain't, I'm calling out here. So they were married actually, and they got a divorce, but like she just was like, I could feel the young girl, like the teenager, her so excited to be a grown woman with kids, being able to do the things that she saw like ratchet girls do. Like I just was watching it, and it was like I didn't talk to my dad prior to I was like 18, 19. So like I was in college. You know what I'm saying? We have a great relationship now, and I understand because it's like my mom was one of them childish young females who just thought everything was supposed to be her way. She's pretty, she has a pussy, and I can do this and I do that. But it's like she doesn't really hold like there's no real set of morals or like a real core foundation into that. So I feel like again, if women are like childlike or like what is not childlike, but childish, then it's like it's not a real woman. It's like she doesn't really like you, or you're not like that's not your person. That's not your person.
And that's what I'm saying, bruh. We enable those chicks. We enable those chicks to continue doing this shit and it being accepted. When we say, oh, just let her do it. Be a man.
But I also feel like
them motherfuckers accountable for that shit.
Also very normalized in households, like, and there's also like in most houses, it's normalized to have an emotionally overbearing mother in households where it's like, oh, she's like this today, or where you almost like you grow up being kind of accustomed to wild emotions in a household and it being kind of like the authority. So these young men, they grow up, they get married, and they're kind of conditioned to where the woman is in control emotionally.
That's exactly why niggas do
and
that.
It's like it is and it isn't, like,
because you going at this woman is you going at your mama who did this shit.
Man,
but you can't really be mad
conversation going a lot of different places.
Like my personal experience, like being, like a tarot reader and being like a guidance for whatever people, they've like a lot of women, they get into these emotional like incesty relationships with these men, and I'm not even just like, it doesn't matter what class, because I've dated like A-list celebrities. They have that like, oh, like your parents really like your parents really think like your money is theirs, like you're in a relationship with your parents, like with your family, and it takes you either become like, you know, a trap for flies, or you get a woman that wants to remove that and help like build you and create, you know, whatever. And yeah, so
All right,
I
so
mean, it's my
listen,
personal, yeah.
I get what both of y'all saying, but this is what I'm saying, right? I'm not talking from the perspective or viewpoint of somebody who's dating a girl who's childish. I'm talking about he Dutch said he was married. So when he say married, like I'm engaged right now, right? When you say married, I'm not looking at you said you got kids that's like you was married. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm not looking at this from a different mindset of married. So what I'm saying is for me, as a soon to be husband, right? A soon to be married man, once you take that vow, right? Whatever come with that, you signed up for, and you took that vow, you took that oath, right? So death do us part, sickness and health, and everything in between, right? So with that being said, for me as a man, whatever come with that, I signed up for. So if that means my wife ain't the most emotionally stable right now, and I gotta be her punching bag, I signed up for that.
Fuck
If
no,
that
bitch, you
mean
need to get a therapist and some medication. We're gonna figure this shit out. I'm not gonna be a punch bag.
that I ain't say be a
Not
punching
gonna be
bag
a
for
punching
20
bag.
years, but
Yeah.
everybody go through seasons.
But Tizzy,
Everybody
let me
go through
tell you,
things.
let me tell you, and I spoke on this before
Y'all
on the
sound like
Sice
y'all
Room.
be expecting some type of
No,
perfection.
the thing is,
Cause guess
I
what?
did a
Guess what?
lot.
If I
I,
fall short, she gonna have to pick up my
You
slack
got your
some
nah,
kind
reason.
of way.
but you gotta understand, growth and where y'all meet at in the beginning, because I met my wife at work when I was 23 years old, right? Nobody know what the fuck we was doing. We just jumped into it. Now, I learned a lot of fucked up shit from the hood in Northeast Washington fucking DC, Trinidad, and Suitland, Maryland. To where I'm like, I was a bitch ass nigga. I was. I did some fucked up shit. A lot in the beginning. But guess what happened? I I I turned over that new leaf, and I realized my ways and everything.
And then you changed on her, basically, what you about to say.
I changed on her. Now she never left me for this bullshit. Now that I'm
See what
walking
I'm
the straight,
saying?
hold up. Now that I'm walking the straight mile and everything good, the thing is, she couldn't. She thought I was playing the long game because I was a manipulator. You see what I'm saying? But I became a fucking punching bag on shit that I was not fucking doing.
But had you done it though?
No, the thing is, I done it in the
Bruh, come
past.
on, Dutch. What the
No,
fuck are we talking
no.
about, bruh?
Listen.
God damn.
I still blame myself for my divorce. Period. But when it comes to being a punching bag, I can't do that as a man.
When you
I'm
was
not
doing the
gonna
stuff
do it.
you was doing Dutch, was she your punching bag?
Yes.
Yeah, hell
All
yeah.
right then. So now
But
when it's time to take the blows back, you don't want to take them. That's
hold on.
crazy, bruh.
Let me explain that
That's
though.
wild as
Let me
shit.
explain that.
That's it, man.
Let me explain that though. The thing is, I told her to leave me, young. I said, young, you can't keep doing this shit because I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm tripping. Now,
How long
that's
were you
not
Come on with that shit,
that?
Dutch.
nah,
Hey
on some
Dutch.
real
Hey
shit,
Dutch. You scaring me,
on
bruh.
some
You told,
real
bro,
shit.
you told her to leave. I've been there because you
Nah, on
wasn't
some real
trying to be
shit.
accountable to
Sometimes
be the
you
better
tell a
man.
motherfucker, look, I tell people now, today, 2026, when the motherfucker show you who they are, believe them, young.
So let
Believe
me
them.
ask you this. So you showed her who you was, then you telling her to believe you, but she still accepted you for all that, and then you
She
going
did.
just
She
so what
did.
the fuck is you
And no,
talking
no, no,
about?
no, no.
That nigga said she
I'm
did.
No,
telling you that.
she fucking
Listen,
did. But
man.
no,
I'm
what I'm
about to
saying
start
is
losing
a
right
nigga
now, man.
changed, young. A nigga changed, And it's a lot of
apologize
variables.
for that bullshit.
Nah, it's a lot of
Wild as
variables
shit.
that made me change, right? And it's like empathy, right? You can understand what a motherfucker
can't
going
take
through.
Mm.
You can understand it, right? But you don't feel it. I started to feel it, right? Like,
And then you couldn't take it.
No, I had to battle my own demons with the shit, right? So once
Then you can't
I
take
and I don't like R. Kelly, but he has a song
What
that
the
says,
fuck?
"When a woman's fed up, young, they are," and I had to accept that shit. And when I accepted it,
I'll be to be
she
laughing though.
she took away her respect. And one thing, and I'm gonna tell y'all about this book. It's called Love and Respect. Men, we
gotta stop
like
reading,
being
bro.
loved. We like being loved, but respect is our number one thing that you need to give me. And women, they love to be loved. It's you can respect them, but if you show that you love them, that's it. She pulled.
So what
her
did you
respect.
sign
Hold
up
on.
for? When you became a husband, what did you sign up for? What
I
did
don't
you think you
fucking
was
know,
doing?
bro. I was 23, young. I
But I'm
didn't.
saying,
My
okay, so say
mama
you get
said
married
I
to
should
mom.
just go ahead and do it.
Say you get married
So
to
what
mom.
made
What
you
is what is your
marry her?
role
Like,
as a
what made you
It
husband?
was,
marry the bitch?
bruh. It was young shit going on, and it was just we just decided to do it.
All right, but fuck all that.
But I didn't understand what marriage was at the time.
No,
That's
so
the
now
point.
in a revised mind, now that you know what marriage is, you talking about nigga put R. Kelly on the screen.
I ain't want to say R. Kelly because I don't fuck with that nigga, but that song,
Hey, y'all funny as shit.
when a woman's fed, that shit is real. I felt that shit.
So look though. So
Shit
in the
real.
revised mind, right? As you say, you've been married, you've been divorced,
I'm
all that.
I'm in a new relationship right now, bro.
All right, so say y'all get married tomorrow. What is your role? I guess what I'm trying to say. Your role.
My role is being understanding, young communication and empathy. Understanding, communication, and empathy, man.
So you couldn't do that with your old wife.
I didn't know to do it, young. I didn't have the wherewithal.
How long was you married, Dutch?
I was married for 13 years, with her for 17.
So the
Married for
last
13
4
years.
The last 4 years, it wasn't clicking. Y'all been
The
together
last
13 years.
the last 4 years, young, that's when I was in my bag, like trying to change and all that. But the thing was, bruh,
It sound like you fucked
when
around on her. She got her lick back.
when
You
no,
couldn't take it.
nah, she ain't never cheat on me. She never did. She never
Yeah,
did.
wrinkles.
The thing is, young, when you come into something and you did certain shit, people have an idea of you. And sometimes, bruh, you will never be able to get that. I don't care what you do.
No, I agree.
You will never be able to fucking get that idea of you out of their head. And till this day, what's the day? Fucking
July
July
15th.
15th. She still has this idea of me where before the divorce was changed, and she still has it. She still has this fucked up idea of me.
Stink was traumatized.
But she was.
For the record, has she told you all these things?
Nah, it's just known, bruh. It's known.
It's
so there. It's behavior. It's and that's why I say, and that's why I say, and I give her praise for allowing me to be my father, because she had a lot of balls in her court that she could have played, but she never.
So she did all that wild shit. She still gave you grace, and you talking about treat her like a kid.
No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, damn, that's where you got from. What I'm saying is, I said women don't want to be treated like kids, but when you held them accountable, they want to be treated like children. And you know this, bruh.
No, I agree. I'm just, so look, I don't know,
Oh, I
man.
didn't
That's
treat my
no. I know.
ex-wife
I
like
know
a
you ain't
child.
saying you treat her like a kid. I'm
Man.
saying you was just saying like you hold them accountable. But what?
None of what I'm saying about women applies to my ex-wife.
Well, that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah,
Bad. Yeah, okay. Now that's
I
clear. Okay. All right.
compartmentalize that. Like,
Bad.
look, young, look, this shit getting recorded. I still love her to this day, and I'm always have love for her. On top of that,
So
she
who got to
allows
keep the
me,
house?
bruh. She does little fucked up little texts and shit and all that bullshit, but she never wavers on me being a father, bruh. And I can only respect that.
No, that's low.
We
Yeah, I mean,
appreciate that. That was a good. That's a good wrap up right there, brother.
Yeah.
We're gonna end it on a positive note, man, about something that's happening in our own backyard, man. The WearHouse live fashion show for the Sice Report. Y'all know fashion is a big part of the culture. We got a lot of brands in our area. We've been known for a whole lot of different homegrown brands, from dating all the way back to any brand that you want to name. I'm gonna let y'all, give y'all honorary picks of brands that y'all want to shout out. Maybe the first homegrown band y'all ever wore. But good man, Mr. Non for real Low, man, and me myself, I'm gonna let Low talk more about it as well. We putting together a fashion show, man, and we promoting it tonight. We want fill y'all in and let the Sice Room know what's going on.
Yeah, man, if y'all don't know, y'all know now for sure. It ain't never been done before. We having a WearHouse live fashion show. We got 10 or 12 clothing brands from the city, Maryland. I don't know if some from Virginia. We got some people performing. It's just really a networking event, like, you know what I'm saying? So if you're a content creator, you vlog, you cameraman, in that nature, pop out. I mean, anybody from the Sice Room could pop out because, this family, but it's an invite only situation. So, just make sure y'all get there, man.
All right, Bess, I want to ask y'all, man, how y'all feel about, fashion that came from our area? What's some of y'all favorite nostalgic brands that y'all first wore that y'all want to shout out? How y'all feel about, branding, fashion shows, and etc.
shit, me, man. I can't go a whole year. Every year I gotta go down Salviado, give me the little quarter zip joint. I love Saab. I gotta get the color one, and I gotta get the reflective joint. Uh, I like to run it up. That was a cool little brand. I used to like Bonadaki a lot. That was really my little favorite too. I like Eat. I really go to them more for accessories, like the little book bags and stuff. I feel like he tried like watered the brand down. He just put patches on and everything. But yeah, that's what I be fucking with, and I fuck with your chain too.
What you got, me?
I'm gonna go for Madness. Shout out to them. I remember growing up when I lived uptown. If my memory ain't messing with me, or if I'm not misremembering, but I think like Madness had something uptown at one point too. So yeah, that's like one of my like first like little memories of like DC like clothing and stuff like that. And, like your man said, of course Sabiato. As soon as I got some money, when I turned into a teenager making my own money, I ran to Sabiato. So I'm gonna get those top two for me.
Yeah. Congratulations, guys, first of all. And secondly, I would say I think that's like one of the best parts about living in this area and just being able to witness so many great things over the years and just watching just the fashion and the style continue to grow and develop and cultivate itself, and people continuing to think outside the box with color and placement and how they place the words on the clothes and all that shit is cool. um I really did like Saviato back then. I think that was probably one of my favorite ones that I seen. And I know I used to see like We Are One and All Days. I used to see a lot of those songs. Man, it was so many, and it's still a lot now. So just it's just always a win for the culture. It's always just a throwback to the originality of the city that and the area that I love so much. So, I hope that y'all just keep it going. So shout out to y'all. That's all I got.
I can't name I know Fabiano and like a couple of like young entrepreneurs from like the DMV area. I got to do like college projects on them. I know there was one young man from like Maryland. He was like viral for making like $200,000 in like a year, or like $100,000 in a year, while like 16 in high school for like a hypothetical clothing brand he made, and he posted it on Twitter. It was like a school project, and like he posted it on Twitter, and people started asking to buy it, and like they just started selling out. He had like Shy Glizzy, Zanman, 3 Black, Will the Rapper wearing it, stuff like that. So that's like how I know a bunch of DMV like clothing brands, is because like I'll work with like rappers or do like art projects on them, and like they'll like show me, or like I feel like really, you know what I'm saying, like stuff like that. But those are like some to like name a few.
I'm gonna have to go with Madness, man, and Hobo. I was a Hobo, Madness, socks guy and shorts guy in the summer. I'm gonna say style too. It's not necessarily a brand, but drop socks. Back in the day, man. Like, look, I'm
Ooh.
born in '84, so I grew up in the '90s. Where drop socks, you pull them all the way up, and then you just drop them. And then when I went to college in North Carolina, and Job Corps, they did not understand the drop socks. They called them aerobic socks. And I'm like, man, nah, it's drop socks. You just slap them down and you had that swiggly line there. Cool, man. But when Madness came out with their socks, I'm a socks guy myself. Madness came out with their socks, then Hobo. I never did the Hobo shirts or anything of that nature, but I did do Hobo shorts and socks. But I wish I wish we had a shoe, but our shoe was New Balance back in the day when I was growing up. So that's my take on it. Muted, brother.
I mean, I guess niggas was on Saab. That's what I used to spend my summer job check on. I ain't even gonna lie. That and probably like American Apparel, but that wasn't really like a DMV thing. But yeah, Saab for sure. And I definitely used to see the We Are Ones, and I used to be on the Bonadachi and I remember some other jeans. They used to have some numbers on them, Jabos, whatever, or some shit like that. Man, I was on the record of that shit, but I guess that's what really got a nigga starting to do clothes. But that's my take though.
So with y'all brand, right? What you got some pieces we can see or something?
That shit all over the internet, baby. All you gotta do is type in for real clothing on Instagram.
All right, I'm gonna follow you in a second as soon as it's on that.
I gotta go, people. I got a meeting in the morning, and should have been in the fucking bed. But I appreciate you guys, man. We had some nice ass conversation today. I'm glad to be back. I was gone for a couple of weeks, but I'm back. I will catch you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye. It was nice meeting
brother.
you.
Y'all
Peace.
too.
Be safe, Dutch.
But yeah, we definitely
That tries to
gonna
get in his own time limit.
need a time on Dutch.
Hold on, I gotta leave. I can't hear you, Fabo.
They know Dutch gonna get the people going. Huh, Sharice? Dude laughing like shit.
No, she's funny.
Yeah, that's gonna get the people going every time. You know how you always get somebody who don't know him. See, Tizzy don't know him, so
Drag your ass right in there with him.
Oh man, he get y'all every time. I'm
Drag
telling
your
you.
ass right in the goulash with him. His ass gotta have a time limit on his sessions. I'm talking about 2 minutes of conversation because this
That's what
motherfucker, we fuck the Sice Room. This bitch will be Dutch room.
That's why that's why you gotta tap into Build a Throne, man. He definitely got a great platform.
No, I ain't knocking that for sure.
Where he speaking shit all day long. Yeah, get his shit cracking.
Yeah, he keep that shit up. He gonna be a millionaire. That motherfucker crazy.
No, for real. He gonna go ahead. We had some of the wildest takes on here, man. I'm gonna have to probably scrub through and try to get some of the wildest takes of the year, cause boy,
Backstage.
Man.
My second show, that nigga got put backstage for like 30 minutes. That nigga got mad and left.
Damn.
man, it get a little wicked sometimes, man. Niggas be dropping addresses. It got crazy. Trying to keep everybody, cordial. The women used to kind of be the worst. Surprisingly, women used to go at it.
Had y'all streams going, man, because we going to fuck up July 18th.
So,
Yeah, I'm gonna try to push up, man. I'm gonna try to push up.
man, we
It's
trying to
this
get everybody.
Saturday, right?
This Saturday.
Trying to get everybody hit that
Y'all
red
need more
carpet.
artists to perform?
It might be tight on artists.
I'm letting Lo thug that out.
Yeah, I'm just like
Just kind of shut people
clothing
like
line.
soundtrack.
Yeah, A5, I'm gonna call you tomorrow, my man. My man I want to talk some shit with you. My other DJ man, he called me tonight.
Well, y'all know, y'all already know how we get busy. We always got the Sice Room after dark.
Fuck, I can't.
In this stream, cause y'all know we still be on here chopping it up. Appreciate everybody for rocking with us each and every Tuesday, man. The chat always come through. The panelists always come through. I always bring y'all beautiful special guests. You know, we got politicians, rappers, all type of people. You never know who's gonna be on the Sice Room.